Zero Resified, including your air ducts. It really is the best time of year to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res, and they're sure doing their part with this 24% off all their great cleaning services. And with their Gotta Love It guarantee, they're going to make sure your investment with them is a great experience that you'll never, ever regret. There's nobody better at cleaning than Zero Res. The Zero Res service is easy to line up, and you can go online at zeroresindy.com to do the scheduling at your convenience. Just call them and mention WIBC. It's Zero Res. Call 317-388-5141 or book things online at zeroresindy.com. That's zeroresindy.com.
With traffic on the 5s at 3:05, good afternoon, Matt Baer.
Good afternoon, Harrison. Looking in Lafayette, there's a crash and a closure northbound 65 at State Road 25. Traffic is being diverted at State Road 25. Looking at northbound 69. And we have a crash and closure here at State Road 26. That's Grant County. Closed because of a crash northbound 69 at State Road 26. Looking at southbound 465 on the west side, that's slow from an earlier crash from 71st to 46. Inbound 65 tight from 29th to Meridian Penn on a 5-minute delay. And eastbound 70 slows at west. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies today. It will be a touch breezy and chilly with highs near 28. Skies clear tonight. It turns cold with lows falling near 8. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Did we get like a snow squall earlier, Hammer? Did I see that?
Squall!
Squirrel! I blame Tara Hastings. I blame Marcus Bailey. I blame the retiring Kevin Gregory. I blame the retiring Chuck Lofton. I blame you all for all this crap. It's all your fault. I blame everybody in the weather business, all you meteorologists. You're all the same.
Where's this global warming I've been hearing so much about my entire life? I'd kill for some global warming right now. Like, can somebody go outside with an aerosol can and just go nuts for a little while? Because this sucks.
Remember when hairnet was supposed to like put a hole in the ozone layer?
Right.
Was that the hairspray? Was it called hairnet?
Aquanet.
Aquanet. I'm sorry.
Yes. Look, we survived the 80s, which saw dudes and chicks often rocking the same hairstyle.
Oh, man. The amount of Aquanet they sold back then.
Like,
oh, wow.
You look at a hairstyle, and you couldn't tell if it was Heather Locklear or Bret Michaels. It was the same type of do, and we survived it. But, yeah, I didn't expect this little action that we got earlier. I knew it would be a little warmer, and it is. I think it's like in the 30s today, which feels tropical compared to the crap that we've had, the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, tomorrow the highs are supposed to only be 23, just so everybody knows. Maybe highs in the 30s in the weekend, but tomorrow back down to 23 for the high.
The high. Okay. But with the heat index, though, it's probably 23. Ice raids still happening all over the country. Donald Trump, he's got the border czar, Tom Homan, and his team. They're bringing people in, man. We talked about this yesterday, and I wish in this day and age of media where everybody's got their phone, everybody can be a one-man roving reporter if they want to, it still floors me that people don't understand the process to which ICE is going by here.
Okay.
How many times does Tom Homan, the border czar, have to say we're going after violent bad dudes with long records?
The public safety threats and national security threats. And just yesterday, in the last 24 hours, ICE arrested over 308 serious criminals. Some of them were murderers. Some of them were rapists. Some of them raped a child. Some were sexual assault of a child. So ICE is doing their job, and they're prioritizing just as the president said they would.
Nige, did you hear Gardner in there anywhere?
I didn't hear anything about illegal immigrant children in the school system. I didn't hear.
Nothing about the custodian that works at the schools, maybe? Nothing in there?
No.
Only violent people. And again, Holman's been doing this for like 30 years. the only president in the last 30 years that hasn't wanted his help was Biden. He knows where these dudes are at. Like, he's like the mafia. He knows where you're at all times, and they're doing roundups right now. But some people still have this fear that those evil ICE agents, they're going to kick open your door in the middle of the night, and they're going to drag your children by their hair on the floor out into some sort of paddy wagon and then send them to Guantanamo.
Well, what they do is they put him back in Obama's cages from his administration.
Now, I was told those were Donald Trump's cages.
No. You'd be wrong.
This brings us to IPS, the Indianapolis Public Schools. A listener sent us a screenshot of an email that was sent to all IPS staff regarding the ICE raids that are taking place. I'm going to read you a little bit here. Quote, "Good evening, IPS. The below information and resources have been shared with our families and school communities. We want to assure you that IPS is committed to supporting and protecting every student in our community, regardless of immigration status." Now, it goes on to say, "We understand that recent changes in federal policies have caused concern within our community. Please note that IPS stands with all of our families. Our school will not permit immigration enforcement actions on school grounds without proper legal documentation, and we will not ask or share information regarding immigration status."
Without proper legal documentation. The legal documentation that the people that are here illegally don't have.
True.
What they're talking about.
I mean, when you put it that way, yes. But listen, this may upset some people. I'm okay with making them show ID. Like, you can't just let anybody that knocks on the door, "Hey, it's ICE, let me in." Just don't open the door. Make them show something. I would hope the schools are a little bit, more safe than that. Yeah. I mean, we just talked about this the other day. How many people are dressing like firefighters going out to California and committing arsons? Make them show the proper paperwork. I'm fine with that part.
Sure.
But the part where it says we're not going to ask or share information in regards to immigration status. Now, what does that mean? Like, if an ICE agent calls the school and says, "We believe so-and-so is violent. He's been convicted of this, that, and this. He's in your school. We are going to come. Here's the warrant." Are they not going to confirm nor deny that? Because it feels like that's a violation.
Well, they did say in this letter, if this is indeed from IPS, they say not without proper legal documentation.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the key word there. I couldn't imagine the optics of Tom Homan and the ICE agents busting into IPS and dragging out students. It's not going to happen. That's not the way this is working. And we've covered this 1,000 times.
It's Charlottesville all over again. Once people dig into a narrative, right? Damn if it's right or wrong. Once they dig into a narrative, it's here to stay. And the narrative is ICE agents, Tom Homan, he's going to kick open the front door. Maybe he's got a flamethrower. Maybe he's got a machete. I don't know. And he's going to look around for brown people and just drag them by the hair down the hallway. That is not what is happening here. How many times does Homan got to tell you what the plan is? But IPS, school system in Denver, we talked about that yesterday. They're still playing that, well, everybody's scared. Like, these people are doing the jobs that none of the Americans want.
Okay, well, you also have to understand a lot of people have stopped their journey towards the United States. Border encounters are way, 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 way down.
Correct. The new Trump Justice Department has ordered federal prosecutors to investigate state or local officials that they believe are interfering with the administration's crackdown on immigration. So this is the workaround for woke, and I'm using air quotes here, prosecutors like Ryan Mears. Because I could totally see Ryan Mears going, well, we're not going to work with ICE. We're going to let these people commit about 8 or 9 more crimes, and then we're going to let them play basketball and let them out one more time. So this is the workaround for that. And
sounds ridiculous, but I mean, that's it. I mean, that's pretty much par for the course for some of these woke DAs.
Let this sink in.
Sanctuary cities, for that matter, as a whole.
Joe Hogsett doesn't like Ryan Mears. Diamond Joe, Boss Hogsett, thinks Ryan Mears is too soft on crime. This is the dude that blamed the police for the riots, that went missing for the riots, and he thinks Ryan Mears is too soft. Ryan Mears was never his guy. They wanted somebody else after the passing of the previous prosecutor. And he got stuck with Mears, and man, Tweedledee and Tweedledum there, Boss Hogsett and Ryan Mears. Sucks to be the city sometimes. With all of this crazy news, Nige,
Yes.
I think we need to have a reason to drink tonight.
Fine.
Happy 51st birthday to one of my early TV crushes, Tiffany Thiessen, a.k.a. Kelly Kapowski from the Saved by the Bell series. Old Kel is 51 today.
51. Okay.
Now,
Okay.
I will die on this ledge here. I will die on this hill. Way hotter on 90210 as the vixen Valerie Malone than she was as Kelly Kapowski on Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, she was sweet and innocent and Saved by the Bell. Sort of virtuous, but none of those qualities in her character in 90210.
No, not at all. So you need a reason to drink tonight. There you go.
Great movie she was in with Pauly Shore, by the way, Son-in-Law.
We watch it every Thanksgiving. It's a Thanksgiving,
movie. Yep.
Matt Bear, you got a little thing for Kelly Kapowski like we do?
I was a Jesse Spano guy, but yeah, either one's fine. I'm good with both.
That's like saying I don't like Playboy, I'm into Hustler.
Well, it's the Larry Flint. Looking at northbound 65 up in Tippecanoe County. Crash has cleared northbound 65 at State Road 25, and right now we still have a delay back to State Road 38. Still closed in Grant County. Northbound 69 at State Road 26. Eastbound 70 in Clay County. Stop and go traffic 59 over to 243. That's because of an earlier crash. Inbound 65 on a 7-minute delay from MLK to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Staples Stores. Your local Staples store has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. All right, coming up next, it's National Pie Day, and it's time to go big or go home, okay? We're going to get John Herrick in here, not as the news director. No. I want the guy that works for the IU radio network, because we're going to need a little play-by-play action.
Why?
You and I are going to have a good old-fashioned God-fearing pie-eating contest, Nige.
Wonderful.
We got some awesome spread pies here. Look how big these things are. My God. We're going to try to eat as much as we can of these pies in about 30 seconds. They're from the Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. And we're going to have that contest on the YouTube stream and live on this show next.
Attention Indiana residents in need of care at home. If you have Medicaid and need assistance with daily activities, you can receive in-home care from a loved one that lives with you and they get paid. Through Medicaid with no cost to you, Freedom Care, a leading in-home provider, gives you the power to choose who provides your care and they get paid instantly. Imagine your daughter, son, a close relative, or trusted friend helping you with cooking, transportation, laundry, and other activities in your own home. You get the help you need and your caregiver gets paid instantly. Freedom Care has over 5,000 five-star Google reviews and is a leading choice in Indiana for in-home care. If you have Medicaid and want great care from a loved one that's free to you through Medicaid, go to freedomcare.com or call 463-232-7324. 463-232-7324. That's 463-232-7324.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Indiana is in crisis. Our blood supply is critically low and patients' lives are on the line. Trauma victims, cancer patients, and newborns are waiting on you. Your blood ensures people in our community can receive the life-saving care they need. Hope is the heartbeat of our community. And right now, that hope relies on you. Schedule your life-saving donation today at versity.org. Hope, it's in our blood.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
We set out to be the very best of the best, and past couple years we've actually achieved that. For all of the state of Indiana, we've been awarded the Dealer of the Year award twice now. Unlike other brands, that only gets handed to one dealer every year, and we're very proud to have won that twice.
Put the best to work for you at FamilyHVAC.net. Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's Hammer and Nigel from Window Nation. Heating costs are getting out of control, and your best bet is to replace your cold, drafty windows with energy-efficient ones from Window Nation. Act now, and you'll save big with 50% off all window styles, plus you could get zero interest with zero payments for 2 years.
With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, you can trust Window Nation. Hurry, this big sale ends January 31st, so schedule your free in-home consultation right now. 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
In almost every case, when Advent has solved a breathing triangle problem, it is a one and done. Because we don't want you to be a lifelong patient. We want you to be our next success story.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Nobody celebrates National Pie Day like the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Damn right.
I'm Jason Hammer, Big Nige right across from me. And listen, I don't know what you got planned tonight. I don't care if it's your anniversary. It's National Pie Night. So you have to find somewhere that's got really good pie. And we lucked into such a place here, Nige. Wilson Farm Market. Arcadia, make some noise. Stand up.
Yeah, it's just a little bit north of Carmel there. You can't miss it. It's about 20 minutes. It's delicious. And it's not just like, they got all the pies, right? They got all the sweet pies, but they also got like the meat pies and the chicken pot pies.
And they got fried chicken there, too.
They've got everything.
Fatties like
there.
me love everything there.
So, but obviously this is the specialty here. And I'm a little nervous about what's about to happen. Actually, I don't fare too well in what's about to happen. I've never beaten you in one of these things. When you fill in people like what we're getting ready to do here.
So you and I, here in just a few minutes, are going to have a little pie eating contest.
Okay.
Now, these pies from Wilson Farm Market, they're huge. So we cut it in half. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock here in just a moment. And you and I have to see how much we can eat in 30 seconds without using our hands.
Okay.
So we'll do that in just a moment. But first, let's get everybody in the mood here with great moments in pie history. How about the movie Stand By Me? Ladies and gentlemen, Lardass.
The audience didn't know was that Lardass wasn't really interested in winning. What he wanted was revenge.
And he got revenge. Great moments in pie history. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Biggs and Eugene Levy in American Pie.
It's not what it looks like.
Well, we'll just tell your mother that we ate it all.
I had to cut quite a bit out of that.
Sure, yeah.
And last but not least, great moments in pie history.
Hello, Lambda, we're the pies, and we're here to say we think you are special guys. Lambda's all the way.
That's the pie sorority from Revenge of the Nerds.
You go back to that Stand By Me scene where Lardass Do you remember what he does to prepare himself for that pie eating contest?
Puts the castor oil.
The castor oil, that's right. And then starts like he eats like 8 raw eggs. And it just turns into a gigantic vomitorium.
Oh God. Well, here's a segue. John Herrick has joined us in studio.
Ready to go.
WIBC News Director.
And I walk.
Yes.
John has a function here today.
Yes, he is working. He's doing his news director duties, but also he's part of the Indiana Hoosier Sports Radio Network. You can hear John doing the pregame shows and the halftime stuff and sometimes the postgame stuff too,
correct.
right?
Yes.
All right. You do play-by-play on the side, though.
Yes.
You've
Lots
called
of
like the high school football finals and things like that. So here in a moment, you're going to be on the mic, on play-by-play for this pie-eating contest. But first, producer Allison is out today. Corbin is filling in. Now, John, this is normally a game we would play with Allison, but I'm going to play it with you.
Perfect.
I've got a 7-song montage put together featuring songs about pie.
Okay.
How many do you think John Herrick knows? I've got the over-under set at 5.5.
I go over.
So he's got to get 6 or more, cashes the over.
John's a smart guy.
Okay.
He's a music guy.
All right. Songs about pie going on the honor system. As soon as you recognize it, just say, I know it.
Okay, got
Here
it.
we go.
Bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee.
You've heard of it, right?
It was
American
dry.
pie, yes. Sugar pie, honey bun.
Okay, 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Song of the South, sweet potato pie and shut my mouth.
Oh, I don't know the name of it.
But have you heard of it?
But I've heard of it, yes.
That counts.
Yes, it counts. Okay, well, I don't know the title, though. That's the problem.
Key lime pie.
Anything?
Nope, don't know the name of it. Dang it, I'm going to make a fool out of Nigel here. I don't know this one either. Oh, cherry pie.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
So I think he got the under on that one.
I know. I made Nigel look bad.
We
I'm
missed
sorry.
Kenny Chesney and
okay.
we missed Megan the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion. Got it.
I bet
okay.
Fish would have got that,
Yeah.
John.
Oh, Fish would have totally gotten Megan the Stallion. Yeah. Yeah. No question.
All right, so are we about ready to do this thing?
Yes.
All right,
About
so
ready to watch me throw up.
I'm going to walk around over here to my
Let's
eating
put the
station.
Trash can get near Nigel, given his history here.
Here in just a moment, Corbin, we're going to give you the signal. We've got a 30-second timer with a horn at the end, like a shot clock horn at the end, okay? So I'm moving over.
All right, so Hammer is moving over here. I'll take over the play-by-play now.
I always lose at these things, especially the shrimp cocktail eating ones. That
Nigel, that's not the right mindset to go in with this towards, you know?
I know, this is different.
Okay. Corbin, are we ready? We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Eat your pie. Hammer starting in the middle, working to his right. Nigel going a little bit of a different approach. He's starting left, going up, now going back to the right, and Hammer's making a lot of progress here. Right side, now he's going back up the middle. Oh, it's getting messy now. We don't have any napkins in here, so this is going to be some trouble. Hammer's making some good progress. Nigel shaking his head, not a good sign. He's going for the crust on the right side. Hammer still going up the middle, making progress again. Left side, Nigel shaking his head. Things are a mess. That is the horn. And Nigel says he can't do it. I think we're going to have to declare Jason Hammer the winner of the pie eating contest. Woo! And Nigel's face turning a little bit red. Ooh, man.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
here we go.
now he's got the trash can near him. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, just some small pukage, not a lot.
No, I had to spit the rest
I
out,
had to
man.
spit the rest out of it.
I couldn't do it. Oh,
Happy
man, that was
National
so good.
Pie Day.
That pumpkin pie was so good from...
so good.
Yes, it was.
I can't eat it like that. Oh,
Yeah.
good Lord.
My favorite was Nigel going for the crust afterwards.
I had a strategy. I had a strategy for sure.
Man.
Happy Pie Day, everybody.
Happy National Pie Day, everybody.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, it's our 98th annual New Year's sale. Save 50% off on all Lazy Boy and Indiana-made Smith Brothers of Bern, plus an extra 15% off when you pay cash or get 3 years interest-free financing. Every sofa, sectional recliner is on sale only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus with free delivery.
Mark Dietel, not just another real estate agent. He is a local Indianapolis real estate expert, the best there is. Just ask Crystal in Franklin. She was moving to Kentucky and needed to move fast. She got Mark Dietel's marketing plan and was blown away. The plan worked, got full list price in the first weekend, just like that. Mark and his team got it done.
Mark Dietel is the only real estate agent that we trust and recommend to put our names on with the Hammer and Nigel show. Why? Because of the guarantee. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. That's why he's the best in the business. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. This is how good Mark Dietel is. 317-755-4232. Or go to markdietel.com. Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com. Tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Howard Bailey Financial is now in Carmel on Rangeline Road. For over 20 years, we've helped people navigate their retirement journeys, and now we're bringing our experience closer to home. Visit retirecarmel.com to schedule your appointment or text Carmel to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement resource. Together, let's build the retirement you deserve. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
More cold, 28 degrees and cloudy downtown. Radar shows some of you getting some snow flurries at a low of just 6 degrees tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:31. It's been warmer today compared to the last few, but single-digit temperatures are on the menu tonight.
Unfortunately, that cold front's going to bring another shot of pretty cold air. Low temperatures tonight will be in the single digits once again, above zero. The winds are going to diminish quickly tonight, so wind chill won't be much of a factor.
Chad Swain with the National Weather Service. Temperatures should be back to normal for January by next week. Think 30s and 40s. A felony battery charge was filed today against a woman from Indianapolis who used to work at a daycare in Greenwood. Police say Joyce Perkins was caught on video slapping a 2-year-old.
But it's not something that we get very often. If I were a parent who was concerned about this, I wouldn't be thinking that this is a trend that's going across the state or going across this region. It's not something we see very much of, and we're happy about that.
Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner says the incident happened at Kitty Academy of Greenwood. Perkins was fired immediately after it happened. A federal judge in Seattle is hearing arguments in a lawsuit that would block an executive order signed by Donald Trump. Fox's David Spunt reports.
The state of Washington, through the Attorney General, wants a temporary restraining order, essentially a stop from this executive order signed by President Trump on Monday, a stop from it to going into effect. Now, a Justice Department attorney is in Seattle right now, and this DOJ attorney is going to be arguing for the judge to allow this executive order to go through as President Trump signed it. Now, this all deals with the whole idea of birthright citizenship. That means a child born in the United States, even if the parents are illegal immigrants, that child would get citizenship.
Courts have long held that birthright citizenship is guaranteed under the 14th Amendment. 20 states have joined the lawsuit against the Trump administration. And Lou Anarumo was hired this month as the Colts' new defensive coordinator. Earlier today, he laid out his defensive philosophy.
We're always going to try to be a smart, fast, and physical team. Those three things. You don't want to beat yourself in this league.
Anarumo says he also wants to put plenty of pressure on opposing quarterbacks and stay steadfast even when things get difficult. The Colts missed the playoffs for a 4th straight season this year. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:33.
Are you thinking this year I want to look and feel better and get my hair back? We Grow Hair Indy can help you do just that. I'm Rob, and I got my hair back at We Grow Hair Indy. Here's Darren Andrews, clinic director, to tell you why I chose them.
For nearly 20 years, we've helped thousands of clients grow their hair back, and we can help you. We're one of only 2 places in the entire country to offer the ARTIS robotic FUE and multi-unit hair grafting.
I got multi-unit hair grafting. I love the results and cannot believe how much hair I got back. I can't recommend them enough. Call right now, 317-522-2995 for a free evaluation. Great technology, great company, great people, great results. Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com, see my results, and call 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Don't you want to say, I got my hair back?
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
The traffic at 3:34. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, 8-minute delay on inbound 65. That's MLK now into a Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 stop-and-go traffic from Harding into Meridian, Illinois. North side eastbound 465 dragging off Keystone over to Allisonville Road. And a closure in Grant County. This is northbound 69 at State Road 26, closed because of a crash. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And a forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies today. It will be a touch breezy and chilly with highs near 28. Skies clear tonight. It turns cold with lows falling near 8. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Oh, yeah!
We're talking about what's happening at the southern border, some of the executive orders that Donald Trump has signed concerning the southern border. And wouldn't you know it, lo and behold, when you decide to get tough on illegal border crossings, those border crossings start to dwindle here and there. Hammer Border Patrol having less than 500 encounters yesterday.
Now, to put that in comparison, from January 17th through the 19th, which was technically still the Brandon administration, 4,000. 4,000, okay? Inauguration Day through the 21st, nearly 2,000. But yesterday, through 8 p.m., 440. Like, yeah. It's not even getting tough with the border. It's doing the bare minimum. It's not like Donald Trump went down there, ripped off his shirt like Rambo and had a machine gun and said, come get a piece. They just did the bare minimum, and it's already down under 500 a day.
And I wonder how much that translates also with the fentanyl, with human trafficking, which was a huge problem, which was such a detriment to these people that were trying to cross the border illegally in the first place. Not only was it a problem for the people living here in the United States and the amount of people that were crossing illegally that were criminals, but it was also had to do with the kids and the trafficking and the drugs and the fentanyl as well.
Yeah, man, the fentanyl crisis, I don't think people really understand how bad it is until you talk to some like high school kids. Because I have a high schooler. And, you know, I was just kind of asking him, like, if you wanted to get fentanyl, and thank God he doesn't, could you get it? He was like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be that hard. Like, it should be hard, right? Like, I'm not saying eliminate all drug dealers because that's unrealistic, but it should be hard. Like, but it's so easy right now that they're passing this stuff out like it's candy because it's just been flowing across the border. So yesterday, we had a fascinating chat with retired Gunnery Sergeant Jessie Jane Duff.
One of our favorite guests.
Yes. She is with the Veterans for Trump Committee, and she's no nonsense, man. And we started talking about the military under Donald Trump, and that led us to a conversation about Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth is Donald Trump's choice to lead the Department of Defense. Needless to say, the gunnery sergeant isn't a big fan, and she made that known. Now, she didn't tear down the dude, but she made it clear that that was not her choice. So, fast forward to today. On the heels of that interesting back and forth we had yesterday, the Senate has voted 51-49 to move forward, meaning they've ended the filibuster. So now it could still be another 30 hours from now, but the Senate looks like they could be ready to vote on Pete Hegseth as the defense head for Donald Trump.
So wait, which squish Republicans not voting for him? Who'd you say?
Murkowski.
Oh, Murkowski.
Yep, Murkowski, Lisa Murkowski came out and said, I regret that I'm unable to support Mr. Hegseth. She puts this long statement out talking about his allegations of sexual assault and excessive drinking and his previous comments on women serving in the military. Now, Murkowski shouldn't be a surprise. She's one of the usual suspects that go against Republicans on a lot of things.
And senators have seats to spare in terms of votes.
Correct. Here. But what I'm wondering now, were other people afraid to be first? Is this going to be like the domino effect? Is this going to be like the dance floor at a wedding? You know, nobody wants to get out there first, but once somebody goes out there and they've had a few drinks and they're doing little kicks like Elaine and Seinfeld, then everybody comes out on the dance floor.
Yeah, and not only that, but I didn't hear her say anything about his experience, which some people question that one way or the other, and that's fine. They didn't say whether or not his plans for the Pentagon and what his vision is moving forward. It was allegations of sexual impropriety and drinking.
Right.
I just want to know if the guy's going to lead the Department of Defense. You know, I just want to know if he's going to get wokeness out of the military. I want to know if he's going to make the military great. And not that it's not already great, but there are some problems with that. And as far as Pete Hegseth is concerned, he's denied everything. And he said he's given his life over to Jesus Christ. I don't know this guy's heart. He could be full of crap at this point. I just know what I've seen in testimony. And things like that. So,
does his personal life matter at all to you?
It mattered to the gunnery sergeant.
It sure did.
Jesse Jane Duff yesterday.
And people can disagree, and I think that's great.
Okay, I'm glad we had that perspective yesterday.
Because we hear this about the president. I don't like Donald Trump. He's not somebody my kids can look up to. I don't care if little Johnny SOB likes Donald Trump or not. He's gone through wives like people go through Tic Tacs. But is he going to be the best guy to lead our country? Is he going to fix the border? Is he going to make costs go down? These are the things that I care about.
Is he going to keep us out of endless wars? Is he going to stop writing blank checks to Ukraine? Is he going to get a deal done, a negotiation between Putin and Zelensky?
Spoiler alert, 99.99% of the people listening to this program right now will never become friends with Donald Trump or Pete Hegseth. That's just the way that it is. So if it's not anybody I'm ever going to be around, I kind of don't care if you're a salty bastard or not. Can you do the job? That's what it's about. We've got Corbin in today. My man Corbin, hit me with a little mood music, please. I'm officially my dad, Nige.
Okay.
I don't know 90% of these movies that have been selected for Best Picture. The Oscar nominations came out earlier today. You're more of a movie guy than I am. Have you heard of any of these? Here, I'm going to run down the list here.
Okay.
The Substance.
I think that's the one with Demi Moore. I think.
That's not a Hunter Biden biopic? Huh.
I think that's, I could be completely off. Maybe Corbin, you could type this in. If
Corbin knows what it is. Jump on, Corbin. You a movie guy, Corbin?
I am.
So, was I right? It was a Demi Moore movie where she takes like some sort of drug and it makes her young again.
Okay.
Very creepy.
Nickel Boys.
No.
Corbin, nothing?
No.
I'm Still Here. Anybody? Bueller? Bueller?
It sounds familiar, but no.
Joe Biden's story on January 19th.
I'm still here.
Amelia Perez.
No, these are all up for Best Picture.
Yes. Conclave. Corbin, what's Conclave?
It's like about the cardinals over in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Catholic Church. And
okay, I think I saw a trailer for that.
Yeah, I would watch that. That looks pretty good.
Dune Part 2?
I've seen Dune Part 2. Very good. I love the Dune series. I love Timothée Chalamet. He's a really cool, he's a great actor, but he was on College Game Day a couple of weeks ago picking games with Pat McAfee, one of the biggest stars in the world right now. He knows his crap about sports and gambling.
Yeah, he killed it. A Complete Unknown. The Rob Kendall story.
Nope.
The Brutalists. Anything?
Yeah, that is with Adrian Brody, who's a great actor, and he plays he's a Holocaust survivor and immigrates to the United States and builds his own business, trying to find the American dream. I would like to see that one.
Honora.
Nope.
And I've heard of this one, Wicked.
Yeah, I slept my way through that one $30 later when we rented it over to the holidays.
The coupon lady, my wife, hates the concept. She won't even see the movie because she doesn't believe in the concept, because she likes the original Wizard of Oz.
I understand.
And it's supposed to be a big dream, right? Dorothy wakes up from the end of the movie. It's a dream of all the people in her inner circle.
Yes.
There's no real Oz. There's no real story of people being mistreated in Oz because it was all a dream and it doesn't exist. Crystal gets fired up about that. Now, I'm a little disappointed that some of our movies didn't make it.
Really?
Now, we have a very successful record label, Hammer and Nigel Records.
Yes.
But our movie label hasn't really taken off the way I thought it would.
Oh, no.
Hammer and Nigel Movies, we made a sequel to a very popular 80s movie, and man, nobody went and saw it. In a world ran by fear, ran by power, there's one man that wants to make a difference and change it all.
사랑하는 온 나라 인민들과 영영한 인민군 장병들.
What did he just say?
He said, "Let's dance!"
Get ready for the feel-good movie of the summer. Kim Jong-un stars in Footloose 2, exclusively from Hammer and Nigel Pictures. Fat boy out on the dance floor?
I forgot about Footloose 2 featuring Kim Jong-un.
Can't you just see him waddling up there? Let's dance! And then I mentioned biopic earlier. Our former news anchor, Stan Lear, an iconic voice here at WIBC.
Long time, yeah.
Like
retired.
Corbin's got a great voice too, but Stan Lear was like the voice of WIBC News. He was our dude when we took over for afternoons. We made a movie about him. In a world filled with fake news.
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person.
There's only one man that we turn to for real news.
What's up, bro? I'm Stan Lear.
Stan Lear in Anchorman 3, the Stan Lear story.
Shut the F up.
WIBC's veteran newsman telling his amazing life story.
He's trying to score some meth.
You'll hear the stories that shaped his life.
Somebody had flushed their underpants down a toilet.
And common sense commentary.
Hoosiers are fatter.
Stan Lear will recall painful life lessons.
You shouldn't buy oxycodone on the street.
And
crack is whack.
But you'll also hear his triumphs as well.
Ever watch Cat House on HBO?
Yeah. With co-stars Wiz Khalifa.
Do you know who Wiz Khalifa is? He's a rapper.
And John Herrick.
Penis Inspection Day.
Anchorman 3 with Stan Lear.
It has been dubbed revenge porn.
This summer from Hammer and Nigel Films.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather watch either one of those movies than Conclave or Nickel Boys.
Hell yeah.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. If your garage floor looks bad with stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your entire garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job or chipping paint makes your garage or basement look worse. With one quick call to 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, I can save you $1,000 on a new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor during our winter sale. A Comer & Cross concrete floor coating is the gold standard. Guaranteed. A Comer & Cross garage floor won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. What's the Comer & Cross difference? We make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. In one day, you will love your gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor just in time for spring. Call us right now for $1,000 in savings during our winter sale. Operators are standing by now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
Hammer and Nigel Tequila by hiatus, available at any Ale Emporium location while supplies last. Hurry, you got to be 21 to purchase. They're almost gone.
Have you tried the Hammer and Nigel tequila by Hiatus? It is delicious. Slow down. Enjoy your hiatus. Handcrafted for connoisseurs like you. Again, available at all Ale Emporium locations, Greenwood, Fishers, and Castleton.
Dents happen. There's a whole lot of stuff that can mess up the look of your vehicle. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal. PDR is paintless dent removal that saves your factory finish and is way less invasive than traditional body shop repairs. And it's faster too, sometimes same day. Google Kill a Dent Removal and check out the reviews and photos. Then schedule your repair. Hail baseballs, kids, fender benders, shopping carts, flying cows, angry X's, and anything else that leaves dents. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal.
Since Busey Bank first opened our doors in 1868, we have built upon a tradition of close relationships and broad financial capabilities. Our experienced team provides the highest level of personalized service to ensure we accomplish your goals, simplifying your wealth management and business lending needs and ensuring a legacy for generations. Building business, growing wealth. Since 1868. Member FDIC.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
Indiana is in crisis. Our blood supply is critically low and patients' lives are on the line. Trauma victims, cancer patients, and newborns are waiting on you. Your blood ensures people in our community can receive the life-saving care they need. Hope is the heartbeat of our community. And right now, that hope relies on you. Schedule your life-saving donation today at versity.org. Hope, it's in our blood.
B is offering one bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get 2 bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
Hammer and Nigel tequila by Hiatus. Smooth, flavorful, and crafted for those who appreciate the finer things in life.
Available at any Ale Emporium location. Must be 21 to purchase.
Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Indie Decorative Concrete, the patio experts. Big enough to service, small enough to care.
It's the Degenerates Next Door, a sports betting podcast for dudes.
Real dudes, not the fake Kardashian-looking like dudes you see on television doing this. The Degenerates Next Door. Download and subscribe today anywhere you get your podcast. And we do have a new episode of that out right now.
Cool.
Hot off the presses, AFC Championship game, NFC Championship game, and I call Rob Kendall names that I can't say on regular radio. So if you want to hear it, download the Degenerates Next Door sports betting app. There's a little bit more than sports betting on there, too. All right, Matt Bear, what's up?
Eastbound 70 stop-and-go traffic from Tibbs Avenue to Meridian, Illinois for a 7-minute delay. Inbound 65 stop-and-go MLK to Meridian Penn for a 6-minute delay. Inbound 69 slow 96th Street to 82nd Street. Tad in Grant County. Northbound 69 closed at State Road 26 because of a crash. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Transform your bathroom with Dream Baths by B. New tub or shower conversions can be installed in as little as 1 day. And if financing as low as $99 a month. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's 30 degrees at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Just got a text from our buddy Brett Glaze, Nige, at Hiatus. All of the Ale Emporium locations, Greenwood, Fishers, and Castleton, still have product.
Okay.
But there's only about 80 bottles left. It was 100 yesterday. It's about 80 today.
Okay.
So about 20 are being sold per day right now. So if you've been waiting for the last minute to get that Hammer and Nigel Show tequila, man, you better go.
Man, it is so good, too. I love getting home and just pouring just a tiny little glass of that tequila neat and just sipping on it and relaxing. It's like, I'm not the world's foremost expert on tequila, but I damn well know good tequila when I taste it. And Hammer and Nigel Tequila by Hiatus is wonderful.
It's important that our stuff is good. We're putting our name on it. We were involved in the recipe process here. So yeah, if you want to get a bottle, man, you better hit a Ale Emporium quickly. Speaking of quickly, our bowling event, Red, White, and Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Presented by Jack Daniels. Tickets are going quickly. The event is Friday, February 28th. We're doing our show out at Woodland Bowl that day.
God, it was so fun last year.
And the bowling event, man, it's 6 to 9 p.m. Boy, the drinks are flowing. There's a pizza buffet.
The Friday night, beer sample Friday. And things got a little interesting.
They did. Things got a little out of hand. It was awesome.
That's our people right there.
And we're raising money to help Hoosier veterans. That's the important thing.
That's it.
So we're drinking to help some vets. We're bowling to help some vets. Get your tickets right now at the events page at WIBC.com. Only 17 lanes are left.
Oh, wow.
Now, you can still buy individual tickets, 2, 3, 4, whatever. But 17 lanes of 6 are left. So go to the events page and buy those tickets for Red, White, and Bowl presented by Jack Daniels.
Where can you kick off the new year with big savings on gig speed? Only with Xfinity, now through January 30th. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month for 1 year when you add an unlimited mobile line, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Act fast today and save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon in your first year. Plus, hurry and take advantage because right now you can also get a free 5G phone with trade-in. So save big and stay connected to what you love with fast gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about gig speeds and big savings. Don't wait and get gig speed internet. Spend less green and switch to Xfinity. Go to Xfinity.com/gig savings to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. $40 internet discount applied to mobile bill. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Welcome Line and AT&T Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Starter Line. Xfinity internet required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
So you know the laundry care instructions that are on every tab?
Yeah, happy National Pie Day, everybody. Couldn't think of a better location to go celebrate than Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. That's really just 20 minutes north of Carmel, right off 31. You can't miss it. Hey, by the way, and if you're not into the sweet pies, which I know Hammer is, he's going to tell you about some of them. They also have amazing chicken pot pies. These are so good. And they even have these frozen for you. You can heat them up and take them with you.
Wilson Farm Market, located in Arcadia. You can find them on Facebook. They're easy to find, wilsonfarmmarket.com, and they've got a pie for you. I mean, they've got it all, from pecan to peach to blackberry, pumpkin, cherry, apple, banana cream. I could go on and on. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Get yours today. Go online, wilsonfarmmarket.com, or stop by the market in Arcadia. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Hammer and Nigel here. It's a new year. Time to keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. Lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido? Could be low T. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Nobody matches the experts at Low T Center. And don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan.
For current patients, Low T Center offers $150 referral credits when you refer a new patient. LowTCenter.com to book that appointment right now. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Blood, sweat,
tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
IT professionals, don't choose the wrong recycler. Choose Technology Recyclers for complete guaranteed data destruction. Why put your data at risk? You work too hard to experience a data loss by selecting the wrong recycler. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, today's actually been on the warmer side compared to the last few days. Why a former daycare employee in Greenwood is facing a felony charge. And new Indiana teachers are one step closer to getting a $5,000 pay raise. Those stories and more all coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. Temperatures close to 30 downtown and some snow falling as well. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis.
A hurdle cleared in the U.S. Senate. Lisa Brady, Fox News. Defense Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth winning enough support to break a filibuster, setting up a confirmation vote tomorrow. But 2 Republicans voted no.
Senators Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski voted with all Senate Democrats against Hegseth over concerns about accusations of sexual misconduct and excessive drinking, which Hegseth denies.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz on Capitol Hill. Murkowski and Collins also questioning his qualifications. Hegseth can only lose one more Republican vote and still be confirmed. John Ratcliffe set to be sworn in soon as CIA director after winning confirmation with bipartisan support today. The former Texas congressman served as director of national intelligence in the first Trump administration. President Trump just signing another batch of executive orders, including one involving the declassification of files on the assassinations of President Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. He's also pardoning 23 anti-abortion protesters prosecuted for violating a federal law that protects access to clinics. And the president just telling reporters a ruling on birthright citizenship will be appealed after a federal judge in Seattle temporarily blocked an executive order that says at least one parent must be a citizen or legal permanent resident for a baby born in the U.S. to have automatic citizenship.
Clearly, this was a loss in round one for the Trump White House and the Justice Department after this federal judge, a Reagan-appointed judge, called this executive order blatantly unconstitutional. Washington State, and the hearing was in Seattle today, Washington State is one of 22 states asking for this temporary restraining order to stop this executive order that redefines birthright citizenship.
Fox's David Spunt. Earlier, President Trump telling the World Economic Forum he wants a level playing field with China, also pledging lower taxes for global leaders who bring their business to the U.S., but tariffs for those who don't. The Dow up 408 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Believe it or not, it's actually gotten warmer. 29 degrees and cloudy over the circle. The radar shows some light snow falling around the capital city. Low temps down to the single digits once again tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:02. It hasn't been as cold lately. Here's Ryan Hedrick.
But colder weather is on the way tonight, says Chad Swain, a forecaster at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
Low temperatures tonight will be in the single digits once again, above zero. The winds are going to diminish quickly tonight, so wind chill won't be much of a factor.
Swain says Indiana's been stuck in unseasonably cold weather due to a large air mass that's been hanging over the state for a few days. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Former daycare employee in Greenwood accused of slapping a 2-year-old could have become a convicted felon.
If a person is convicted of a level 6 felony, the penalty is a minimum 6 months, a maximum of 2.5 years. That is not mandatory executed time.
Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner discussing the potential future for Joyce Perkins, who used to work at Kitty Academy of Greenwood but was fired after the incident. Video of the whole thing was handed over to police last November. A Senate committee approved this week a bill to increase teacher pay from $40,000 to $45,000 a year.
I think this will make a huge difference, not just the $45,000
$1,500 starting pay, but the 65% that of tuition support has to be utilized for teacher compensation.
Republican Linda Rogers of Granger tells Wish TV she understands why some lawmakers are arguing to change the salary to $65,000 a year, but she doesn't believe that's in the budget. Smart, fast, and physical. That's how new Indianapolis Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo wants his defense to play.
If you don't play fast, you don't have a chance. And certainly coming from the AFC North, it's a physical division. And certainly we that's everybody in football prides themselves on that. But that's certainly something we'll ring home as well.
Anarumo introducing himself to the media today. He also says he doesn't want his team making any mistakes. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
Has the holiday season left you overwhelmed, stressed out, and overweight? Do you feel frustrated when you think about what you need to do to be healthy and feel better? You deserve a simple approach to a stronger, healthier, and more enjoyable life. Exercise Inc. has been helping people in Central Indiana reach their health and fitness goals for 20 years. The approach is simple. Strength train with a certified coach once a week for 20 minutes. Adopt the 9 simple habits you need to follow to change your health and lose weight. Then get out there and enjoy life because you'll be stronger and have more energy and you're going to feel better and you'll lose weight and you'll probably even look better too. And you may even be able to get off of some of those prescription medications. Exercise Inc., Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now in Fishers. The studios are private, no mirrors, no music, and no spandex. Just you and a professional coach working to reach your goals for the new year. Go to exerciseinc.com today to sign up for a free consultation.
With traffic on the 5s at 4:05, here's Matt Baer.
Inbound 65, stop and go traffic, 29th to Meridian, Penn. Eastbound 70, that's a 5-minute delay running from Belmont to Meridian, Illinois. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic, 96th Street down to 82nd, and eastbound 465 slows from Keystone Avenue to Allisonville Road. Reminder for your ride home, East 71st Street shut down, Binford to Shadeland Avenue for bridge demolition with the Clear Path construction on the northeast side. That's going to last a week. Traffic sponsored by Wendy's. 2 faves for just $7. Get 2 of these favorite items for just $7 at Wendy's. Choose from their spicy or classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Terms apply. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thanks, Matt. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy skies today. It will be a touch breezy and chilly with highs near 28. Skies clear tonight. It turns cold with lows falling near 8. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's...
You know, Hammer, only president... Oh, I almost said president-elect. It is so weird for me to say President Trump. Is it? Have you gotten used to it yet?
Yeah, because he's been the president before.
I know. Okay, that's a good point. You understand what I'm getting at, though.
It's all that pie in your brain right now.
With the pie eating contest, I did horribly earlier against you. But okay, so President Trump was president for a while, and then we had just like this nightmare 4 years with an old doddering fool. And now we got President Trump again. So
right.
I almost said President-elect Trump. President Trump is the only guy that can make the World Economic Forum actually interesting.
Right. When I woke up today, I had no plans at all of playing highlights of the World Economic Forum on this program.
I don't even think he was there. I think he was doing a Zoom call.
But he ripped the Bank of America right to their face in front of basically the world.
And by the way, speaking of you, and you've done a fantastic job, but I hope you start opening your bank to conservatives, because many conservatives complain that the banks are not allowing them to do business within the bank, and that included a place called Bank of America. They don't take conservative business, and I don't know if the regulators mandated that because of Biden or what, but you and Jamie and everybody, I hope you're going to open your banks to conservatives, because what you're doing is wrong.
So meanwhile, Jamie and the fine good time party boys at Bank of America are just sitting there.
They're taking it.
And they're taking, it was like Biden during the inauguration speech. Trump's talking about all of the things that are wrong with this country, and Biden and Kamala are in the background just sitting there taking it.
Are we 100% sure that banks in general, these giant banks, are not lending to conservatives? I know we've had stories. Our gun guy, Guy Relford, has a great story about how a bank would not do business with him because he was trying to set up an account for his Gun Safety for Dummies book.
Right.
It was a Gun Safety for Dummies book on how to teach gun safety, and because it was about guns, the bank wouldn't do business with him.
Which is ridiculous.
So I think that's kind of, in a roundabout way, what Donald Trump was talking about. I think some things have happened on wider scales, but that's, yeah, just a complete dressing down of that bank doofus, which is hilarious.
Now, what if I told you him roasting Bank of America wasn't even the highlight today? Again, only Trump can bring this out of people. The World Economic Forum, the Danish guy, the MEP, he wasn't real thrilled with all that talk of Donald Trump trying to buy Greenland.
Dear President Trump, listen very carefully. Greenland has been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years. It's an integrated part of our country. It is not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Mr. Trump, f*** off.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey, tough guy over there ripping on Donald Trump. Mr. Tough Guy.
He told the president to F off. That guy's a member of parliament. He's a nobody.
Right.
It doesn't, who cares?
But I guarantee you tonight,
member of the parliament.
I promise you, Rachel Maddow and Jim Acosta, they're going to be taking their pants off playing the highlights of this guy over and over and over again.
Here, before we play the highlight of this guy telling Trump to F off, I'm going to remove my panties live on the air.
They come back from that clip and Jim Acosta smoking. Oh, so good. Now, speaking of tough guys, right? This guy tried to be a tough guy.
Whatever.
Let's talk about Jim Acosta trying to be a tough guy. So last night on his low-rated program, which is about to get moved, I think, to midnight. That's what we're hearing.
It's not at midnight already? What, does he have a nightly show? I thought it was relegated to like Sundays at 3.
No, he's on in the evenings right now.
Oh, okay.
But the scuttlebutt is they're about to dump him at midnight. But he had on Representative Tim Burkett, and he was trying to be Mr. Tough Guy to him. He rips on Burkett, rips on Fox News because he didn't like one of the answers he gave, and was acting like CNN was above all the nonsense you hear on Fox News. Take a listen.
Is covered on CNN. What you're saying, this is not Fox, Congressman. You can't just spin a tail and pull the wool over people's eyes.
Yeah.
This is CNN. This is the news. We are asking you to come on and tell the truth.
And that's why more people are watching the Cartoon Network SpongeBob reruns right now, Jim.
Burkett off the top rope. Now, this dude isn't some sort of flamethrower. That isn't like, Rand Paul up there. It's some mild-mannered, nerdy congressman. But Jim Acosta just pissed him off to the point to where he buried Acosta. And for CNN, specifically Acosta, to rip on Fox right now, 1 week after CNN had to settle a defamation suit, Jake Tapper's name's all over this kind of stuff. They had to settle that. The timing is hilarious. And of all people, Jim Acosta, let's go down a rabbit hole, Nigel.
Right,
Great moments in Jim Acosta hoax history. I'm going to play you a soundbite from Jim Acosta, and then we will play you a soundbite afterwards that contradicts the hoax. Here we go. Number 1.
It's an alarming choice for a man who has often struggled to unequivocally denounce white supremacists. You recall these moments.
But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Those words have power. They have meaning. And when Donald Trump speaks, the world listens. Neo-Nazis and white supremacists certainly listen. So why can't he denounce them?
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Oh, that part got left out of Jim Acosta's little soundbite. They should be condemned totally. All right, here's another one.
Okay.
The hoax that Donald Trump wanted Liz Cheney to be shot because the conversation was Cheney and her whole family are such war hawks, they have no problem sending your son or your daughter to these dangerous countries. And Donald Trump was simply like, how would she like it?
What's your response to Donald Trump saying she should be fired, that Liz Cheney should be fired upon?
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy.
Well, first of all, side note, Pete Hegseth would never allow that. Woman on the front lines. Let's just get that out of the way. No, I know what you're trying to do.
Right.
Yeah, obviously another hoax.
He didn't want, like, Loke Dog from South Central to come up and just put a gat in Liz Cheney's face. He was saying, listen, you're putting these kids, I call them kids, they're legal adults, but all of these young men and women's lives in danger, and you don't care. All right, here's the last one. Donald Trump talking about how the economy would be a bloodbath if China had their way with the auto industry. But that's not what Jim Acosta said.
He keeps speaking in these very extreme terms about the potential dangers to the country if he doesn't win in November. He's used words like bloodbath.
Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. No, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars. They're building massive factories. A friend of mine,
He's talking about the economics of the auto industry.
Right.
If he doesn't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
But Jim Acosta said that on CNN, they tell the news. And I was led to believe that angry mobs were going up and down the street just looking to kill people. That didn't happen?
This is CNN. This isn't Fox News.
Yeah, how'd that settlement go? There's a new trend out called revenge quitting, Nige. Now, like a year or so ago, we had a conversation about this thing called quiet quitting.
Quiet quitting. If I remember correctly, that was just kind of doing the minimal amount of work you can get by with without barely anybody, including your boss, noticing.
Right.
Eventually, you're just not doing anything with your day. And somebody eventually will say, okay, you're fired.
Right.
But it takes a long, drawn-out time to do a quiet quitting procedure.
Sometimes they promote you. Peter in Office Space, remember? He went to work, cut open a fish. He'd been out fishing all day, took the walls down, and then the Bobs promoted him. But the new trend is revenge quitting. Now, I feel like this isn't anything new. People have been doing this for a long time. It's a more aggressive way to quit your job.
Well, yeah, like if your boss says you have to come back into the office 5 days a week, or you feel like you're not getting the recognition you deserve, or you're being treated unfairly, screw it, I'm quitting.
Right.
That's one definition, I think.
You could also make a total scene on your way out the door and just burn everything to the ground, like this one woman did on the Walmart PA system.
Attention Walmart shoppers and associates. My name is Beth from Electronics. I've been working at Walmart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. We're told that we're replaceable. This company treats their elderly associates like to Jared, our store manager. You're a pervert.
Oh, hey, pervert.
Pervert.
Speaking of, here's Matt Bear in the
All right, look at
Traffic
that.
Center.
Southbound 65 pervert stop and go traffic 21st to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 slows from Belmont into Meridian, Illinois for an 8-minute delay. Northbound 69 in Grant County shut down at State Road 26 because of a crash. Eastbound 465 slows from Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Do us a solid right now. Jump on the WIBC YouTube page. They're streaming this little nickel and dime pony show we've got going here. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. We got to get to 100, okay? I think we're at 67 right now. So we need a bunch of people to jump on there, hit like, get us to 100. If you do that, everybody's going to get along just great. Is this anything? Next.
Attention Indiana Medicaid members. If you need assistance with daily living, you can receive a free service from Freedom Care in your own home from a loved one who lives with you. With Freedom Care, you decide who provides your daily care with help preparing meals, bathing, laundry, transportation, and more. A family member or friend that gets paid instantly. It's all through Medicaid and 100% free to you. Call now to check your eligibility. New to Medicaid, the Freedom Care family will guide you through enrollment, making it stress-free for patients and caregivers. With over 5,000 five-star Google reviews, we've perfected at-home care for Medicaid members and caregivers. This service is free to you through Medicaid, and with our InstaPay app, caregivers can choose to get paid instantly. So go to freedomcare.com or call 463-208-7977. 463-208-7977. That's 463-208-7977.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Indiana is in crisis. Our blood supply is critically low and patients' lives are on the line. Trauma victims, cancer patients, and newborns are waiting on you. Your blood ensures people in our community can receive the life-saving care they need. Hope is the heartbeat of our community. And right now, that hope relies on you. Schedule your life-saving donation today at versity.org. Hope, it's in our blood.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
I'm Patrick McCaffrey, basketball player at Butler University. In 2023, I stepped away from the game and got professional help when anxiety started to overwhelm me. If you're having a mental health crisis, assistance is available for you too. Just call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, where a trained specialist will give you immediate support. That's what helped me, and it can help you too. Call 988. When you need someone who gets you, they got you.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Stop putting up with lousy well water. You just can't find anybody better than the pros at C&J. Great systems and great people too. Call C&J at 317-852-WELL.
B is offering one bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get 2 bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Let's do it.
Big Nige, is this anything? Just a little reminder, people are weird.
No need to remind me of that. I already knew.
The online series Subway Takes talked to a woman in Chicago who thinks mattresses are overrated. And listen what she slept on instead.
Beds are overrated and they're an absolute scam.
100% disagree. Beds are not overrated. I love sleeping in a bed.
You invest thousands of dollars into this thing. I slept in a hammock for years. I slept on a dog bed for years.
A dog bed?
That was only $70.
That's so nice. It's still weird.
After bringing people home and they told me they wouldn't do anything with me on the dog bed, I got a real bed.
And they are good people.
I just added the sheets. That's been a big thing.
You've been sleeping on it with no sheets?
Yes.
How do you feel about couches?
I think couches are great.
Oh, dear Lord, if she could only experience leisure of the Tempur-Pedic mattress from Thompson Furniture and Mattress.
Oh, man.
In Columbus.
That's another family member in our house.
This woman has no idea what she's talking about. Because I slept on a hammock for a year. It was $70. I can't understand why guys don't want to come home with me. Because they don't want to sleep in your cat bed, lady.
Right.
No, this is nothing. And look, I'm not saying everybody has to have a Tempur-Pedic mattress. If you could get your hands on one, like you and I did, worked out a deal with Spencer, Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, I highly recommend it.
Dude, you will miss it when you're away from it. Like, I love going on vacations. Love going to Florida, love going to Vegas, and I'm a hotel snob. I have to stay somewhere pretty good. But the bed is never as good as what I got at home, man.
Tiger Woods ships his bed wherever he goes when he plays. He's not playing a lot of tournaments anymore, but back in the day, yeah, he shipped his mattress everywhere.
Did it come with a Chili's waitress?
Oh, come on.
The bed's here.
Cheap
The Chili's
shot.
waitress will be here about 3 o'clock. There was a little hiccup in shipping. Is this anything? If you're into UFOs and don't think the government is telling us everything, you're going to be interested in a new documentary called Age of Disclosure. Here is part of the trailer.
The American people are ready to receive the truth.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species.
We are absolutely not alone.
Non-human intelligence exists.
UAPs are real, they're here, and they're not human.
For over 16 years, on behalf of the U.S. government, I worked as a senior intelligence official on the unidentified aerial phenomenon topic.
We learned that the U.S. government was involved in a long-running secret war with other nations to collect and reverse engineer vehicles not made by humans.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
So look at that thing. It's rotating. There's a whole fleet of them.
The time has come.
That looks pretty interesting. It starts out with Andre Carson, a representative from Indiana, saying the American people are ready to receive the truth.
Then tell
Which I
us.
thought was interesting.
Tell us.
And I look, man, it's called The Age of Disclosure. The trailer does look pretty good. Again, it has dozens of senior members of the U.S. government, military, intelligence community talking about cover-ups and the existence of non-human intelligent life, working backwards from these pieces of technology. We have no idea what they are, where they came from. It always comes back down to me with aliens. Like, they have the technology to travel nano light years, however, hundreds of millions of years away, only to come crash in the desert.
Right.
and now they're in Area 51, and the humans have got them. But boy, they were smart enough to get here from 100 light years away, but
not smart enough to defeat Joe Biden. That's what you're telling me. And here's the thing, man. Like, I honestly feel like if they held a press conference tomorrow, all right, everybody, aliens are real. Here's the picture. This is what we've got in Roswell. They're in a big vat of fluid. We'll show you where they came from. I think people would be excited for about 10 minutes and then be like, all right, what time's the ball game tonight? I mean, like, I don't think this country would be freaked out anymore. Like, years ago, maybe, but I don't think we would be freaked out by the news anymore.
I mean, I think a lot of this technology, too, you see the Tic-Tac videos. We've all seen those ones that are just moving at the speed of light that have no propulsion system whatsoever. I do think that America and human beings in general are capable of some amazing technology, developing these amazing top secret technological advances that we can't even, like stealth bombers. It's a documentary I always talk about. I mean, the stealth bomber was invented in like the 50s. And imagine how far along that technology has come.
Right. Well, think about what Oppenheimer and his gang were working on back in the day.
Yes. I mean, so I'm just saying.
Have we gotten smarter, though, or was that the peak? Because I live in an age now where we eat Tide Pods on camera.
You may be right about the peak.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
It's tax time, and tax time is your time to buy a new Nissan and get double your tax refund or down payment only at Andy Moore Nissan of Indianapolis. For a limited time, when you buy any new Nissan, Andy Moore Nissan will double your tax refund or down payment up to $5,000. That means your $1,000 becomes $2,000. Your $2,000 becomes $4,000. Your $4,000 becomes $8,000. This month only, Andy Moore Nissan will double your down payment up to $10,000. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Our credit experts will get you approved with the best terms, with as little as $0 down on any new Nissan in stock. Andy Moore Nissan is making deals other dealers won't and approving deals other dealers can't. Andy Moore Nissan, 4302 Lafayette Road, Indianapolis, Indiana.
My wife and I love our Tempur-Pedic mattress we got at Thompson and Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. By the way, now through Monday, it's the New Year's mattress sale. Every Tempur-Pedic, every Nectar, every Stearns and Foster, they guarantee the lowest price. We're talking 4 years interest-free financing, and don't forget about free delivery. The mattress sale ends Monday. Only Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, the only place I would ever go to buy any kind of furniture, Thompson Furniture and Mattress.
Located in Columbus. When everybody else is raising the prices and trying to nickel and dime you with secret charges, Thompson Furniture and Mattress still have free delivery and setup if you live within 75 miles of their store in Columbus. It's been owned and operated by the same awesome family since 1927. It's where I got my awesome Tempur-Pedic mattress, our couch, the love seat. These guys support what we do here at Hammer and Nigel Show, so take care of these guys. Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Another cold night ahead, nearly 30 degrees downtown with some very light snow falling around some areas of Indianapolis. Single-digit lows once again tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 431. Don't let today's temperatures in the upper 20s fool you. Another very cold night awaits, says Chad Swain with the National Weather Service.
Unfortunately, that cold front's going to bring another shot of pretty cold air. Low temperatures tonight will be in the single digits once again, above zero. The winds are going to diminish quickly tonight, so wind chill won't be much of a factor.
You should have temperatures back in the 30s next week, more typical for this time of year. Charges announced today for a daycare employee who slapped a kid. Ryan Hedrick reports.
The director at Kitty Academy in Greenwood told police in November that Joyce Perkins was bending down to help a child when another child spit on her. Police said that Perkins quickly slapped the child across the face, and Johnson County prosecutor Lance Hamner says the whole thing was caught on tape.
If the jury gets to see a video, that's really helpful for the prosecution.
Perkins is facing years in prison, but ultimately that'll be up to the judge. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Following a successful vote in both chambers, Congress has passed the Lake and Riley Act, sending it first to House Speaker Mike Johnson's desk.
This is the right thing to do. It's a really important moment for the country, and it's always good when the right thing is also the popular thing. And this is what the American people demand and deserve.
Johnson, putting pen to paper, will move the bill to President Trump's desk. It'll be the first bill of his second term to be signed by him and made law. Smart, fast, and physical is how Indianapolis Colts new defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo would like his players to play.
If you don't play fast, you don't have a chance, and certainly coming from the AFC North, it's a physical division, and certainly we that's everybody in football prides themselves on that, but that's certainly something we'll ring home as well.
Anarumo introducing himself to the media in Indianapolis today. He joins the Colts after being fired by the Bengals at the end of this season. And another good day in the market. The Dow in the green by 408 points, closing at 44,565. The Nasdaq also up by 44 to 20,053. The S&P 500 increasing by 32 to finish the day at 6,118. Traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 4:33.
The holidays are over, and the new year is here, making it the perfect time to think about the future. More specifically, it's the perfect time to think about your financial future. Right now, Howard Bailey Financial is offering a free retirement toolkit, a comprehensive guide designed to help you plan, save, and jumpstart the retirement you deserve. To get your free copy today, text FUTURE to 888-262-1104 and download your free retirement toolkit. Start 2025 off with a gift to yourself, filled with all the tools you need to plan for a positive and purpose-filled future. Just text FUTURE to 888-262-1104 to start planning today. Make this new year your year to invest in yourself and secure a brighter tomorrow, starting today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
With traffic at 4:34, here's Matt Bear.
All right, Harrison, eastbound 70 from the west side to downtown. Stop and go traffic from Tibbs Avenue into Meridian, Illinois on a 13-minute delay. Also, crash on the west side, 16th Street at Rochester Avenue. That's going to be to the west of Tibbs Avenue. East 71st Street on the northeast side, shut down from Benford to Shadeland Avenue for construction. That's going on for a week. Eastbound 465, stop and go traffic. Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. Inbound 65, slow before 21st to Meridian Penn. That is a 3-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Transform your bathroom with Dream Baths by B. New tub or shower conversions can be installed in as little as 1 day and at financing as low as $99 a month. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Some flurries possible to early tonight with lows falling back down into the single digits. Friday is shaping up to be a colder day with more sunshine and light winds out of the southwest, as highs only get into the low to mid-20s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen DNF 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show.
Well, lots of blame still going around, people pointing fingers as to why Joe Biden and Kamala Harris lost the presidency, the White House, not to mention the Senate and the House, blah, 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 blah. Kamala Harris, this is such a great headline from the Daily Mail. Kamala Harris blaming deadweight husband for election loss. Doug Emhoff. We know Doug Emhoff, right?
Right.
Doug Emhoff was the guy that kissed his wife with a mask on.
But Jen Psaki said he was the new face of masculinity in America.
Sure.
That guy.
I do think, wasn't he the one that slipped Jill Biden the tongue there during State of the Union address?
Yeah. Yeah, man, he was going in.
Pretty awkward.
Now, that's also the same guy that knocked up the nanny and had allegations of physical abuse against women. And that's what Kamala's kind of talking about here, I think. This is from the Daily Mail. Quote, "There's plenty of blame to go around as far as Kamala is concerned, and Doug has his share. Doug did Kamala no favors during this election. Frankly, he looked like a hypocritical ass after the bombshells that he got his child's nanny pregnant while married to his first wife and assaulted his ex-girlfriend on the heels of this I Am Woman crusade Kamala was doing."
That's all fine and dandy, but are we really blaming the nobody that is Doug Emhoff for the loss of Kamala Harris and the presidency? I mean, give me a break.
This is how
That is-
bad Kamala Harris is.
I know.
She's put me in a position that I don't want to be in to almost defend Doug Emhoff here. Like, does Kamala not have any self-awareness at all? Did she not realize she's a moron? Did she not realize she was in over her head? There was a reason why she's never received a single vote in a primary. She dropped out the time she ran because the Democrat voters, not Republicans, Democrats said, boy, Amy Klobuchar and the sorceress chick, we like them better than this crazy kook from California. She's kooky. She's crazy. We don't want her.
She said everybody should believe Biden's sexual assault accuser. Remember when she said that? And then all of a sudden, she's working for the guy.
Right.
Implied folksy racism during debates.
Lied about weed.
All of a sudden, again, working for the guy.
So think to yourself, who is more to blame? Doug Emhoff, Jen Psaki's, face of masculinity that may or may not been known to slap a chick around a time or two, or this moron?
Talking about the significance of the passage of time.
No.
Right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time. It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
Oh.
We must together work together to see where we are headed,
sure,
where we are going, and our vision for where we should be, but also see it as a moment, yes, to together address the challenges based on what we've just been able to see. And because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
That's why you lost. You're an idiot. That's why. Now, Doug Emhoff didn't help. This guy was a total zero. Jen Psaki tried to make him look like this era's Sly Stallone, Mr. Masculine, and he's a total weenie. Like you said earlier, kissing his wife with a mask on. And that's when we decided to put two and two together, knowing what we knew about Doug. Total weenie, likes to get a little violent sometimes around women. Hammer and Nigel Records put this together.
How your role has reshaped the perception of masculinity.
He's a real creep, and he's married to the beef.
Do not come. Do not come.
That's what people say. Mm-hmm. That's what people say. Mm-hmm. His wife is a buffoon.
I haven't been to Europe.
Who drinks a lot of booze. That's what people say.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people say. Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
But Jen Psaki on MSNBC thinks this tool's reshaping the perception of masculinity.
Here we go.
Except when I'm slapping them in the face or banging the nanny.
Cause he's banging all the nanny.
Good night.
He's slapping all the girls he sees. Bet he's got a disease. Dug him off.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
The Doug Emhoff song from Hammer and Nigel Records.
What was that? He's banging all the nannies.
And he's slapping all the chicks he sees.
Wow.
Will that make our March tournament field? I don't know. Because what we're doing this March, and I think we can roll this out now, like in years past, we've done Biden madness. We've had Trump nickname madness before. COVID hypocrisy madness.
These are bracket-style tournament challenges. For example, Biden madness, we had just a whole litany of stupid things that he said.
We did it twice.
That's right. We did it twice. And so this time around, we're doing Hammer and Nigel Records.
Correct. We are going to seed a bracket 1 through 16 of Hammer and Nigel Records' greatest hits. And then in March, to coincide with March Madness, you, the listeners, will vote on your favorite Hammer and Nigel song as they compete head-to-head. So that's what we're doing in March. Okay. And if anybody wants to sponsor that bad boy, you know where to find us. Speaking of where to find somebody, authorities in Maryland are looking for a one-armed man accused of stabbing a relative during an argument.
No, is Is it Richard Kimball and Sykes? Is he looking for Sykes?
No, this is a guy that got mad about a dispute involving the TV remote. And the one-armed guy got so mad, he stabbed someone, and now he's on the lam. Here is a report that I've got in my hand here. The Clifton Eugene Greenfield file. He's being charged with first-degree assault. He's expected to be somewhere in the greater Maryland tri-state area there. And yes, he has one arm.
Why would you be mad? I mean, somebody trying to be an a-hole. Yeah, hey, would you mind? Hey, Bill, would you mind changing the channel here? Oh, never mind. You don't have a hand.
Well, maybe it rubbed him the wrong way, but how do you let the guy with one hand stab you? Like, why can't you fight off his one hand? Yeah. You've got two, he's got one. Even if he's got a weapon, I still think you have the advantage.
Well, I mean, again, I go back to The Fugitive with Richard Kimball, a.k.a. Harrison Ford and Sykes. One-armed man killed his wife, bludgeoned her.
It's a great movie, by the way.
Love it.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
I fall in love with you more every single morning.
Babe, you're my favorite. My heart belongs to you.
At Shane Company, our fine jewelry says it all without saying a word. This Valentine's Day, give a gift they'll love. We have pieces you can personalize or classic gifts that are ready to go. Shop our collection of meaningful gifts, like necklaces engraved with flowers and a message of love. Or give timeless diamond studs or a stylish 14-karat gold chain. We have so many romantic gifts, no matter your budget. Just call us Cupid. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Better make sure that furnace is humming along with these ice-cold temperatures. You don't want to be left out in the cold. That's why I use American Standard heating equipment. They're built to a higher standard. I also use only American Standard licensed dealers here in Central Indy, like B&W.
B&W, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. Join B&W's Premier Club today. Stay ahead of breakdowns and costly repairs. Premier Club members receive routine maintenance, priority scheduling when the weather gets crazy, and yes, exclusive discounts. Call B&W and ask about the Premier Club today. 317-214-0108. That's 317-214-0108, or visit bplusw.com. American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy. Text YOUTH to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text YOUTH to 42424. That's YOUTH to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Of course I love my parents, I really do, but often felt angry with them because I was always screaming so they could hear me on the telephone. All that has changed thanks to the CapTel phone from Relay, Indiana. We're so much better off because now my parents can read what I'm saying on the CapTel caption telephone. Our conversations are pleasant because through voice recognition technology, my words appear to them on an easy-to-read screen right on the telephone. Thanks, Relay, Indiana.
Learn more at RelayIndiana.com.
B is offering 1 bath remodel for as low as $99 a month, or get 2 bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
Elevate your tequila experience with Hammer and Nigel's Tequila by Hiatus.
Handcrafted for connoisseurs, available at any Ale Emporium location. Must be 21 to purchase.
B is offering one bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get two bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
Addiction. It's hard on those who struggle with it, but those who love the addict need support too. Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick provide help and hope with Supporting Sobriety. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on WIBC.com.
All right, Matt Baer, what's going on?
Hammer, I do have a report of ice on the bridge. South side, this is Keystone Avenue at I-65. So 65 over Keystone Avenue, a little bit of snow falling. Just please take it easy on your way home here tonight. Now eastbound as 70 right now on a 17-minute delay coming in from Tibbs Avenue to the South Split. Inbound 65, 6-minute delay from 29th to Meridian Penn. South side, eastbound 465, stop and go traffic from Harding to I-65. Northbound 465 slows from 86th Street up to 865. Crash west side 16th at Rochester. That's to the west of Tibbs. And in Henry County, a stall on eastbound as 70 Greensboro Park. That's blocking the right lane. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now it is 30. Dirty 30 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Everybody calm down about TikTok. Have we taken a collective breath? It was gone for like a day, and then Donald Trump signing an executive order and attempting to stall the TikTok ban. We'll see what happens in a few months. But has everybody collected themselves?
I'm still very broken.
I can tell.
I'm thinking about going into therapy.
You're a shell of a man. And talk about, another example, a 19-year-old in Wisconsin facing arson charges. He set fire to his congressman's office because he was angry about TikTok being banned.
For like what, 11, 12 hours?
I don't even know if that was that long. This dude, this 19-year-old, set the fire 3 hours after TikTok temporarily went dark. Here is the congressman talking about his office being set ablaze.
We got a call early this morning. Apparently last night around 1 o'clock, some 19-year-olds from Menasha came down and decided to try to set our office on fire. They didn't get in the office, but nevertheless, there was a lot of smoke in the office, which is obviously going to result in a lot of damage. A lot of the siding, an air conditioner look like they're quite damaged. But I suppose in today's world, things just keep getting worse. And rather than just call my office and saying, let's open up TikTok, you just...
Now, Nige, help me out here. Did Kamala Harris open up a freedom fund for this guy? Because it's my understanding that if you break into a building, whether it's a police station or maybe even your local representative's office, and set fires and break windows, Kamala Harris, Steve Carell, and Justin Timberlake will work overtime to bail you out.
Yeah, I don't think there's any GoFundMes for this 19-year-old arsonist, which surprises me.
Right. Boy, I thought for sure there'd be one of the squad members that would be showing up with the check to bail these clowns out.
That was so 2020. Bailing out rioters, not charging them with anything. Those were the real insurrectionists. People burning down peaceful, mostly peaceful protests, burning down police precincts, not spending a day in jail. However, January 6 people, on the other hand, got quite a bit of different treatment.
We're not even talking about the Viking guy. We're talking about people that were just walking by, taking pictures. Man, they were treated pretty harshly. But the summer of love allowed a lot of these folks to just get out with their hair rubbed. Get out of here, you little scamp. Don't go get another 13 felonies or we're really going to have to lock you up.
But no GoFundMe set up for the 19-year-old arsonist upset that TikTok was banned for a few hours.
From fire to firefighters here, a guy near Boston was walking his dog last week when it ran out on the frozen lake, and the poor dog fell through the ice. So this dude tried to save it, but he fell through as well. Now, thankfully, everybody's all right. The dude, the dog, everybody's fine. Here is Tommy's owner, Tommy's the dog, Ed, and the deputy chief talking about the rescue.
There's nothing more horrific than not being able to get to your dog. And there was a dock that made its way out to the ice, and the dog saw some birds and just went for it. He was probably in the water for 25, 30 minutes. I think I was probably in there for 10 or 15.
The big message in this case is if your dog goes in the water, call 911 and wait for help to come.
You can see from the video, they're just absolutely so well trained. I mean, it was just like two guys I was.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta wait for you gotta wait for the pros to come if your dog falls in the water, because then you're putting more lives in danger, including your own, including the firefighters, who probably it makes it 100 times more difficult to get out there in the frozen lake and what would have been just to get your dog. Now you're saving 2 lives.
It's just so hard, though. Like,
I know.
Waiting for them to come, making the call, seeing your dog or somebody's loved one struggling in the water. It's tough, man. I get it. I hear everything you're saying. But
and those firefighters have equipment to make sure that, like if I'm a firefighter, I don't have the right equipment. Sorry, I'm not getting out in that lake to try to save that dog. If that's bad, maybe a human being, okay, but they have the equipment. They have the ropes. They have the flotation devices. They have the wetsuits. They should be okay. Just wait, call 911. I've never been in that situation before, so I can't identify with it. You're absolutely right. It might be a totally different experience.
Yeah, it's easy to say you should just call and do the right thing, but so many people are just instinctive, right?
Oh, that's it too. Yeah. I mean, a dog is a member of your family.
Right. Real quick, shout out to the YouTube folks. They got a great chat going on. User JRW. He posted earlier, he's my biggest fan. He loves me. At night, he takes his shirt off and he rubs his chest to a picture of me. Wishes he had all the success that I had in my life in his own life. Unfortunately, he has left the YouTube chat.
I guess I should be jealous that it's just you. Not both of us.
Yeah. I mean, this JRW guy loves me.
All right.
Loves me. He's probably got his pants off right now, getting ready to go all Jeffrey Toobin to the sound of my voice right now. So thank you, JRW, for tuning in. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Hey, do not go anywhere. We are doing another hour, and when we come back, the executive orders, they're flying fast and furious. We've got the updates coming up next. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we are so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the DebtBlue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there is absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-908-6355. That's 800-908-6355. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now. 800-908-6355. That's 800-908-6355.
Wilson Farm Market up there in Acadia, just about 20 minutes north of Carmel on 31. You can't miss it. The place to celebrate National Pie Day today. I was just munching on their apple pie earlier. Hammer and I having a pumpkin pie eating contest today. They have every sort of pie you can imagine. And if sweet pies aren't your thing, chicken pot pies. Take one of those bad boys home with you.
And when you stop by the Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia, you're going to see not only do they have like just an awesome lineup of pies, they have an old-fashioned deli, great lunch meats, unique flavors, and ask about their fried chicken. I mean, this place is awesome. Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. You can find them on Facebook too, but go to their website, wilsonfarmmarket.com. Take home one of those awesome pies, get some chicken, get some lunch meat, but whatever you do, make sure you tell the awesome staff there that Hammer and Nigel sent you.
You know that Andy Moore Ford is the place to go for your car, for your truck, for your SUV, or your electric vehicle. And now you know that Andy Moore Ford is the only place to go for your commercial and fleet vehicles as well. Business owners, listen to me. You've got a fleet, right? You got the work trucks, you got the work vans. I don't know the configuration you need, but Andy Moore Ford knows how to make it happen. At Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, they have got the biggest Super Duty inventory in the whole state. Over 100 Super Duty trucks are on the ground and ready for you and your business. And you can save thousands on medium and heavy duty commercial trucks because Andy always gives you more. Andy Moore gives you more. It's funny, but it's also true. With an expert team and a fast turnaround, they know how to keep your business moving. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. Medium to heavy duty F-Series trucks, they've got you covered. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford, M-O-H-R. I love Andy. AndyMooreFord.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms: irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work with thoughtful advice, trusted resources, and proven results. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Coming up in 2 minutes, it's been warmer today, but more cold is on the way. And a woman who used to work at a Greenwood daycare has been charged for slapping a 2-year-old. And a Colts fans, meet your new defensive coordinator. Those stories coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
Only the beginning. Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump says an appeal is coming after a ruling that blocks one of his executive orders.
President Trump says the administration will obviously appeal a district court ruling that called his executive order ending birthright citizenship blatantly unconstitutional.
They put it before a certain judge in Seattle, I guess, right? And there's no surprises with that judge.
Judge John Kuhnauer, appointed by President Ronald Reagan, issued that decision. The lawsuit was filed by Washington State's Attorney General. Several other states and organizations have also sued to stop the order.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The president signing new executive orders a short time ago, including pardons for 23 anti-abortion protesters convicted of blocking clinic entrances. This just a day before tens of thousands of activists gather in Washington for the March for Life. The CIA has a new leader. Former Congressman and Intelligence Director John Ratcliffe just sworn in as CIA Director hours after winning Senate confirmation on a vote of 74-25. The nominee for Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, is heading for a confirmation vote tomorrow after clearing a procedural hurdle, but 2 Republicans voted against him, Alaska's Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins of Maine.
Republicans have a 53 majority, so they can actually lose 3 Republicans. Losing Senators Murkowski and Collins will not hurt Pete Hegseth. He actually cleared his initial vote, cloture vote.
Fox's Aisha Hasni on the Hill. Murkowski and Collins raising concern about his qualifications and past personal behavior. President Trump says he wants a level playing field with China.
And we have to make it just fair. We don't have to make it phenomenal. We have to make it a fair relationship. Right now, it's not a fair relationship.
Speaking earlier today to the World Economic Forum, America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
More cold is on the way. A bit warmer today with temperatures nearly reaching 30 degrees. Snow currently falling around most of downtown. Single-digit lows are the expectation tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:02. It's warmed up some today. Here's Ryan Hedrick.
But colder weather is on the way tonight, says Chad Swain, a forecaster at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
Low temperatures tonight will be in the single digits once again, above zero. The winds are going to diminish quickly tonight, so wind chill won't be much of a factor.
Swain says Indiana's been stuck in unseasonably cold weather due to a large air mass that's been hanging over the state for a few days. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Felony battery charge was filed Thursday against a woman from Indianapolis who used to work at a daycare in Greenwood. Police say Joyce Perkins was caught on video slapping a 2-year-old.
But it's not something that we get very often. If I were a parent who was concerned about this, I wouldn't be thinking that this is a trend that's going across the state or going across this region. It's not something we see very much of, and we're happy about that.
Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner says the incident happened at the Kitty Academy of Greenwood. Perkins was fired immediately after it happened. State lawmakers have talked about a $5,000 pay raise for Indiana teachers, but Democratic Senator Fadi Kadora said this week the state has enough money to triple that pay bump.
But I cannot reconcile the difference between funding vouchers at 742% of the federal poverty line, but when we have teachers in public schools who are making, currently a little bit more than $40,000.
Kadora wants teachers to make $65,000 at minimum. A Senate committee approved the original $45,000 proposal. If you've watched the NFL playoffs at all, you've probably seen some really good quarterbacks tossing the pigskin. John Havrick reports on how the new Indianapolis Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo plans on dealing with those QBs.
Anarumo said at his Thursday introductory press conference that it's about knowing when to blitz and when not to, so you can always keep opposing quarterbacks guessing.
Even the best ones at times, you're not going to fool them all day, but if it's in the most critical situation, that's what you're hoping to do. And certainly that's we've had some success doing that.
He says communication will be key and does not want his defense beating themselves. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Traffic and weather in 60 seconds. It's 5:04.
Are you thinking this year I want to look and feel better and get my hair back? We Grow Hair Indy can help you do just that. I'm Rob, and I got my hair back at We Grow Hair Indy. Here's Darren Andrews, clinic director, to tell you why I chose them.
For nearly 20 years, we've helped thousands of clients grow their hair back, and we can help you. We're one of only 2 places in the entire country to offer the Artist Robotic FUE and multi-unit hair grafting.
I got multi-unit hair grafting. I love the results and cannot believe how much hair I got back. I can't recommend them enough. Call right now, 317-522-2995 for a free evaluation. Great technology, great company, great people, great results. Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com, see my results, and call 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Don't you want to say, I got my hair back?
The traffic on the 5s at 5:05. How are the roads, Matt Bear?
Harrison, they are getting bad. We have snow coming down. Please turn your lights on. Northwest side, northbound 465. Stop and go traffic, 79th to 865. Eastbound 465 slows from Keystone Avenue to Allisonville Road. Long delay from the west side. It's eastbound 70 Holt Road into the south split. 21 minutes on the time. And the additional delay. Looking at inbound 65, stop and go from 29th to Meridian Penn. That's a 7-minute delay. Northbound 65 out of the north split slows up to 21st Street. South side eastbound 465 stop and go traffic from Harding Street over past I-65. And a crash on the west side 16th at Rochester Avenue. That's to the west of Tibbs Avenue. Black ice reported right now. I-65 Georgetown Road. That's to the south of Lafayette Road. Also have a report of ice on the south side. This is I-65 at Keystone Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Staples Stores, your local Staples stores. Hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Some flurries possible to early tonight with lows falling back down into the single digits. Friday is shaping up to be a colder day with more sunshine and light winds out of the southwest, as highs only get into the low to mid-20s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen DNF 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there overlooking Monument Circle. We are on the
hell, man?
4th floor of the MS Communications building, and yeah, it's flurries and snow and slick roads and possible ice, and you know what? I blame Tara Hastings.
I do too.
I blame Tara. I haven't heard from Marcus for a couple days. I don't know where he's at.
Maybe he's furious with Tara too.
Maybe
her negativity is so over the top, it's rubbed off, and Marcus is like, I have to get away.
Marcus Bailey is also a meteorologist over at Wish TV. So yeah, be careful on your way home. These are the kinds of roads, the kinds of conditions where it's a light dusting, but you're all over the place.
Right.
Especially if you have just, a minivan like I do, and it's 2-wheel drive or front-wheel drive.
And I drive a minivan down by the river. Like, I thought it was supposed to be a little warmer today. Like, I think I had built up today in my mind too much. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be like -15 or -8, -4, whatever. But I think in my mind, I thought it would have been better. I didn't expect this crap. I didn't expect all of this snow coming down. And it's really not accumulating. It's more of a
squall! Squirrel!
But man, I'm just over all this crap.
You know what we're going to be complaining about here in about 6 months, don't you?
I will not. I never complain about the heat because I've been out in the cold. And if given my options, I would rather sweat my taint off than have my junk freeze up to the size of a thimble and go back inside my body. If those are my options, give me the heat.
It's like a turtle going back into its shell.
Right.
Yeah.
Even Florida's getting snow right now.
I know.
Like, there's nowhere you can really escape this crap. Key West, I guess, it's 70 there. But by their standards, hell, their locals are probably walking around wearing jackets down there at 70 degrees.
Like last weekend, we were in Clearwater, and I mentioned that people were wearing winter coats on the beach. And I didn't expect it to be like 95 and sunny.
Right.
But I also didn't expect it to be like windy and 60. Like we ended up going to the Olive Garden. I flew 2 hours to Tampa to go to the Olive Garden. Right off Clearwater.
And I bet it was lovely.
It was delicious, actually. The other thing my kids did when we were down there, they did that indoor skydiving thing. They have one of those things where it's a big, giant wind tunnel.
Oh, I've seen that.
And they will remember that for the rest of their lives. I could have done it. I would have taken up another kid's spot.
Oh, you should have bumped the kid.
Yeah, but man.
Sorry, little Timmy.
There were a couple of other big guys that did it. Those indoor wind tunnel things where it looks like you're skydiving. And
right.
Boy, it is not a flattering picture when you're a guy in your late 40s in a jumpsuit trying to skydive in a wind tunnel.
Those rolls and wrinkles start to get blown up.
Oh, so anyway, yeah, you're right. It's even snowing in the South.
Executive orders. They're coming fast and furious from the old man. President Trump signed an executive order authorizing the deportation of non-citizens. Now, that's key here. Non-citizens who support terrorist organizations such as Hamas and Hezbollah.
Imagine that.
So, the ball is in your court, Columbia, Princeton. Let's see.
Harvard.
Now, I think the problem is those are citizens, right? Those are the trust fund babies that have everything given to them, and they have to find some sort of cause to make it look like they care. So they decide to hitch their wagon to a terror organization to make them look edgy. But we'll see what happens.
Even saying that out loud, that's my reaction is laughter. You moron. You've made it to America, the greatest country on the face of this planet. And now you're at risk of being deported because you support Hamas. That's where you're at in your life. And, I mean, when you just sit there and think about that, Hammer, it's like, okay, well-deserved.
Right.
And that's why you're not a citizen of this country, so you don't have the constitutional rights that other citizens, American citizens do. Quite frankly, if you want to support Hamas and you're an American citizen, you're an idiot, you're a moron. I think probably you're dangerous. But for people that come here on work visas that don't have passports or that aren't citizens, bye.
And this is why I love what our pal Adam Guyette does when he goes to these college campuses. All right, if you want to be a Hamas super fan, if you want to be pro-Palestine, all right, that's fine. We're going to screenshot everything you write. We're going to put it up on a big mobile billboard, and we're going to drive it around. We're going to take it by your parents' house. We're maybe send it to some job interviews that you may be interested in. Of course. Like, think about that kind of stuff, right? Before you want to jump into the cause du jour, like so many of these morons want to do, think about what you're really trying to do, and 40 years from now, are you going to be embarrassed by it? Check this out. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Large Marge, the representative from Georgia, flamethrower for the Republicans. Some like her, some don't.
Whatever. Yeah.
She got into it with a reporter who kind of ambushed her at the Capitol building. So she's going to an elevator. It looks like it might be after hours or something. And this reporter has just been waiting for her to talk to her about the pardons for the January 6th folks. Take a listen.
Come to the Capitol or do any tours or do any meetings here?
Is this all you really talking about is the J6ers that have been pardoned?
Yeah.
Okay, are you going to talk about the Biden family that got pardoned? No?
I haven't.
Oh, okay, what about the rapers and killers and murderers that Joe Biden pardoned? There's tons of them. Is that a focus at all?
Well, I'm asking about J6.
I know that's what you're asking. I know that's what you're asking about, and I'm not doing this. And all of y'all's obsession with January 6th is absurd. Everybody outside of here is sick and tired of it. I'm serious. And so Joe Biden pardons all these murderers and rapists and disgusting people.
Yeah.
And then everybody up here has got their panties in a wad because J6ers got pardoned. Like people that walk through open doors. A lot of them walk through open doors. That's it.
Yeah, they stayed within the velvet ropes there in the Capitol.
Large Marge bringing the heat right there.
I love a good panties in a wad reference.
I do too.
It never gets old.
Here's a little bit more. I mean, this went on for like 3 or 4 minutes. And
to be fair, there are Republican reporters or conservative reporters that do this as the same thing to Democrats.
Correct. Too. You're right.
So whatever.
This ambush style, never been a big fan of, but hell, if you have a radio show, it gives you good content. Let's hear a little bit more of how Marjorie Taylor Greene handles somebody who is very upset that the January 6thers got a pardon.
Go do a story on all the Antifa BLM people that never served time. Over 95% of them, seriously.
Thank you.
Think about that. And go do a story on these cities that BLM burned to the ground and they never built back. They raised all that money on Act Blue and they never built those communities back.
You don't think it's a fair question to ask you because you've been so outspoken.
It is nauseating. I've seen all the Democrat-run networks ad nauseum about January 6th, and they just can't get over themselves, but they don't give a shit about real Americans.
The speaker just created a select committee to investigate January 6th, so it's not like Republicans aren't talking about this.
No, but it was your question. Are you going to have J6ers come in? Are you going to give them tours? Like, I'm so sick of you people and all this crap. I really am.
They already got their tours.
Right.
They've already been there. They've been there, done that.
And that's what that reporter was trying to be cute about. Are you going to give him a tour? And Large Marge, I think, was ready to throw down at that point. All right, so where are we at with this? This YouTube prankster.
No, done. I don't care.
Matt Bear standing by in the WIBC Traffic Center. He has a look at the roads.
All right, fellas, looking at eastbound 70 jammed up right now. Holt Road into the South Split. That is a delay time of 15 minutes. Also, looking at the northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go traffic from 79th up to 865. Inbound 65 on a 6-minute delay from MLK to Meridian Penn. South side eastbound 465, stop and go traffic from Harding Street past I-65. North side eastbound 465 is stopped from Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. Be careful, lights on. We have reports of black ice. This is I-65 at Georgetown. Also on the south side, I-65 at Keystone Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Staples Stores. Your local Staples store has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
28 right now. Snow falling down again, here at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Coming up here in just about 15 minutes, Rob Kendall will flip out and go off the rails. But first, a fun round of Are You Okay With This? That is coming up next.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9379. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9379. That's 800-575-9379. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Attention Indiana residents in need of care at home. If you have Medicaid and need assistance with daily activities, you can receive in-home care from a loved one that lives with you and they get paid. Through Medicaid with no cost to you, Freedom Care, a leading in-home provider, gives you the power to choose who provides your care and they get paid instantly. Imagine your daughter, son, a close relative, or trusted friend helping you with cooking, transportation, laundry, and other activities in your own home. You get the help you need and your caregiver gets paid instantly. Freedom Care has over 5,000 5-star Google reviews and is a leading choice in Indiana for in-home care. If you have Medicaid and want great care from a loved one that's free to you through Medicaid, go to freedomcare.com or call 463-232-7324. 463-232-7324. That's 463-232-7324.
Jewelrygram, it's your friends at Shane Company here to remind you that Valentine's Day is Friday, February 14th. It's the most romantic day of the year to give and get fine jewelry. We have expertly crafted gifts for every type of sweetheart. For the one, we'll help you propose with the dream engagement ring. Come see our wide selection of hand-picked natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes. In stock and ready to compare side by side right here in our store. Or maybe you'll fall in love with the natural, colorful gemstone. At Shane Company, we're known for our sapphires in every color of the rainbow. We have options for every style and budget. Get creative and design a custom necklace with meaningful charms, including 14-karat gold letters, engravable hearts, and birthstones. Our mother-of-pearl heart-shaped collection makes a perfect gift that's ready to give. At Shane Company, love is always in the air with our unmatched free lifetime warranty, everyday competitive prices, and no-pressure shopping experience. Come see us in-store and at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
That's are us when dreams don't get in. That's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH.
That's are us when dreams don't get in. That's are us.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
B is offering one bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get 2 bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay?
Everything's
gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
All right, Hammer, take us through this 11-year-old baseball card collector from Los Angeles. Just made the pull of a lifetime. A one-of-a-kind Paul Skeens rookie card. Who is Paul Skeens? There's sort of an Indiana connection there. Tell us all about it and what this involves.
So Paul Skeens is the reigning Rookie of the Year in the National League, star pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was a big-time college baseball player, won a national championship. His girlfriend is that hot gymnast girl, Livy Dune. So they're kind of the LSU power couple. This dude is a flamethrower, throws well over 100 miles an hour.
Whoa.
And
yeah, that's fine, 100 miles an hour, but I just typed in Livy Dune.
Yes. Yes, you should.
Good on you, dude. Wow.
I watched Paul Skeens pitch at Victory Field early last year when he was climbing up the ladder to get to Pittsburgh. AAA Indianapolis is the farm club for Pittsburgh. So I sat out in the cold because I knew he wasn't going to be in Indy very long. This dude's the real deal. So after he won the Rookie of the Year award, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Topps company, Topps makes baseball cards.
Sure.
They had this little scavenger hunt. There's one Paul Skeens patch autograph card. That means there's a card, there's a little piece of jersey, and it's autographed inside of one pack somewhere in America. Wow. And if you find it, if you turn it into the Pittsburgh Pirates, they're going to give you 30 years of season tickets behind home plate. And at some point next season, you will also have a VIP suite party with Livy Dune watching the Pirates. Or you could keep the card and hope he goes on to be a Hall of Famer and maybe sell it, for a lot of money one day.
I was going to say, I'm sure there's probably a market for what he found in addition to what the Pirates are offering.
30 years of season tickets.
Are you okay with all of this? What would you do? I don't know where this kid's from. Oh, he's from L.A.
Right. So he's from L.A. There's no way he could be a Pirates fan, right? Or want to go to the Pirates games for the next 30 years. But maybe he wants to have the party with Livy Dune. I don't know. I would take the tickets. I would take the party. Because when I was a kid, I would load up on all these baseball cards of dudes who had really good years as a rookie. And you think, all right, this is going to pay for my retirement one day. I've got this Mark McGwire rookie, this Sammy Sosa, Jose Canseco rookie. And then as the years went by and the value depreciated and they were outed in the steroid era, those things aren't worth anything right now.
Is the Ken Griffey rated rookie Donruss card worth anything?
That's a good one. I've got that one. That is a good one.
Okay.
Yes, that is up there.
That somewhere.
But I think
I know what you're saying.
I would take the prize. Because what if Paul Skeens throws out his arm this year and he's never the same? I mean, injuries happen in baseball, especially to pitchers that throw that hard. If that happens, you're screwed. Or you could have 30 years of baseball games you could go to with a friend, your wife, kid, whatever, behind home plate, and you get to party with hot-ass Livy Dune. 30 years. That's an impressive number. So I would totally take the prize.
How are the Pirates? They suck or they?
Oh, they
good?
stink.
Okay.
But I will say this for the Pirates. They're super young, right? So they've already got
the Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
Right. They've got one of the best pitchers in baseball as their ace now. All right. They've got some decent young dudes. Like, there's hope in Pittsburgh. As a Cub fan, I've got no hope because my owner acts like he's the Pittsburgh Pirates and he doesn't have any money. And he lies to the fan base, but that's a different story. I would totally take the prize pack, the 30 years of home plate seats. What if the Pirates get really good under Skeens? Now you've got season tickets right behind the dish, and you're set, man.
You're moving from L.A. to Pittsburgh just to go to the games?
Yeah, you put it that way, I guess. I think the prize is a better option, but if you live in L.A., then hang on to the card, I guess.
Let's stick, before we get to Rob Kendall, let's stick with sports here. Ratings for the college football playoffs and the national championship were less than expected. The championship game between Ohio State and Notre Dame had less viewers than last year. I thought it was a great game until I fell asleep, obviously. But are you okay with this? That seems strange to me.
We talk about this on the current episode of Degenerates Next Door because the NFL playoffs are also down. And they had a great weekend of star power, like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and Taylor Swift. Caitlin Clark was there. You have Washington, which is a big market, which is doing stuff. That great game between the Bills and the Ravens. NFL numbers are down. College football playoffs are down. With college football, it feels like maybe it's a little too much. Because in years past, it's just been a 4-team playoff. You win one semifinal, you play the national championship.
Oh, now it's expanded.
Right. Last year, Michigan and Washington had higher ratings compared to this past year's Ohio State and Notre Dame game.
I thought that made it more interesting.
Now, also, the inauguration may have taken away a little something of that audience for Notre Dame and Ohio State. Because those are two brands.
Yeah.
They're brands way more than Washington with Michael Penix a year ago. Now, whether you love them or you hate them, you root for them or against them, those are two blue bloods of college football, but the numbers were down. So maybe it was the inauguration. Maybe people are just like, you know what? This college football playoff has gone on too long. I'm burned out. I don't care anymore. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. All right, coming up next is the other half of the Degenerates Next Door, Rob Kendall from the #1 rated midday show, Kendall and Casey. I want to get his thoughts on the early reviews of Mike Braun as a governor, right? Because Rob is Mr. Local Government. I want to find out what he thinks, what the scuttlebutt is about property taxes. Is anybody going to try to screw us? Who's it going to be? Let's name names. Rob Kendall. Coming up next, right after we check the news with Harrison Silcox.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
How much more should they make? 29 degrees, snowy in downtown Indianapolis. Low temps to the single digits tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:29. Coming to an agreement on starting teacher pay in Indiana has not been easy for state lawmakers so far. John Hayrick reports.
Most Republicans want to raise starting teacher pay in Indiana from $40,000 to $45,000 a year, while some Democrats want to increase that to $65,000. Republican Linda Rogers of Granger tells Wish TV that's a tough sell.
I would love to be able to pay teachers the $65,000, but as much as education is certainly a priority, we have other priorities as well.
She wants to make sure there's enough funding going out to all the state services that need it. John Herbeck, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A former daycare employee in Greenwood accused of slapping a 2-year-old could become a convicted felon.
If a person is convicted of a level 6 felony, the penalty is a minimum 6 months, a maximum of 2.5 years. That is not mandatory executed time.
Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner discussing the potential future for Joyce Perkins, who used to work at Kitty Academy of Greenwood but was fired after the incident. Video of the whole thing was handed over to police last November. President Trump's pick to lead the Department of Defense is one step closer to being confirmed. Here's Fox's Ryan Schmelz.
The Senate voting to advance Pete Hegseth's nomination 51-49, with 2 Republican senators voting against the procedural vote. Senators Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski voted with all Senate Democrats against Hegseth over concerns about accusations of sexual misconduct and excessive drinking, which Hegseth denies. Murkowski spoke to reporters shortly after the vote.
I'm absolutely at peace with my decision.
Hegseth now will need to pass a final vote before the Senate. He can afford to lose one more Republican senator in order to be confirmed. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
It's been a cold week.
For Indianapolis, our average high is in the mid-30s and our average low is around 20. So if you get in, several degrees of that, you're pretty close to what can happen. And unseasonable would be like we had recently.
Chad Swain with the National Weather Service says temperatures will drop to the single digits again tonight. Things should warm up to the 30s and 40s by next week. Matt Bear, how are the roads looking with all this snow?
Getting a little slick, Harris, and not a lot of crashing at the moment, but we do have some slowdowns going on northbound 465 on the northwest side. A stop and go from 79th up to 865, and coming in from the northwest side, inbound 65, stop and go traffic from the White River down to the north split. That's going to be a 12-minute delay. Eastbound 70 jammed up, man. 22-minute delay from Holt Road to the south split. East side, southbound 465, stop and go traffic. Washington Street to south Shadeland Avenue, south side, eastbound 465, stop and go traffic from Harding Street over to Emerson Avenue. We have ice reported on bridges, this being the 465 and 74 interchange on the southeast side. Also on the northwest side at I-65 in Georgetown Road. Just take it easy on your way home tonight. Lights on, please. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Book your custom patio project before March 1st and save up to $2,500. Big enough to service, small enough to care. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Some flurries possible to early tonight with lows falling back down into the single digits. Friday is shaping up to be a colder day with more sunshine and light winds out of the southwest, as highs only getting to the low to mid-20s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
And now, Hammer and Nigel go off the rails with Rob Kendall.
Noise pollution.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. Also joining us live in studio, Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. Here to go off the rails. Rob, how are you?
Great. Thanks as always to our segment sponsor, the fabulous, the dynamic, the vivacious Garage Doors of Indianapolis.
What a week. Donald Trump inaugurated, signing hundreds of executive orders. I did hear a real interesting take on the Kendall and Casey Show.
That's what
Casey was grilling you about watching the inaugurations, and you said, I wouldn't have watched it if I didn't have to, if this was part of my job. And you've also had some questions about people's reverence for Donald Trump and how things are going to change in this country. And he's signed hundreds of executive orders. I want to say, and I'm projecting here, I don't feel like you're sold on Donald Trump.
No.
In terms of the job he's going to be doing.
No, because I've been through it. I've seen a Trump presidency. It was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. It was fine. Now, the COVID stuff was horrible, but I'm talking about the lead up to COVID. We were still running trillion-dollar annual deficits. There were no meaningful government reforms that took place. Obviously, he repeatedly cut deals with Democrats and essentially stabbed conservatives in the back. He did some fine things on the border. Much more secure foreign policy was great. Tax reform was good. But I'm not under any sort of delusion. I'm out of the business. Got out of the business a long time ago of being team cheerleader for any politician. And my point with this is, and it's so weird with Trump because it's not this way. It's like suspension of reasonable belief or normal thinking for otherwise conservative people, that anytime you are remotely critical of Trump or point out obvious things, people just lose their mind and act like you're some sort of bad guy. I was like, no, we have to hold him accountable.
And you're right. Everybody should be held accountable. But you said you've seen this before. I have too. And you're right, the spending was bad, but man, gas was cheap, groceries were better, the border was secure, the jobs report, actual jobs, not a revision later on that said, oh, by the way, we made it all up. Jobs reports were good. I'll take that.
Sure, and he got my vote because he was the better of the two options. But I don't give up my right to point out obvious things just because I voted for someone. And the reality is, look, this inflation stuff is like the frog in the boiling pot of water. It didn't just wake up one day and there was inflation. It was years and years and years under Obama, under Trump, under Biden of running these massive, regular trillion-dollar annual deficits, and then you throw in the stuff that happened during COVID, and we've got to be aware of this. These politicians do not hold themselves accountable. We have to hold them accountable, and if you're more interested in cheerleading rather than saying, hey, this isn't working, then you're a part of the problem rather than the equation.
And the feeling that I got from you listening to that segment was it's not going to be the snap of a finger in terms of turning this country around. I see him doing things this first week. I see executive orders on the border. I see executive orders with energy production, just to name a few, getting rid of DEI in government agencies. But your point to me seemed like everybody take a breath. This is a good thing, but nothing's going to be happening overnight.
Yeah, and I think,
and I don't think there's anything wrong with pointing that out.
And it's as much my hatred for the Republicans as it is anything against Trump. I mean, it's I have no faith. I mean, it's like the Republicans now are huffing and puffing over, we're going to investigate the people that Biden pardoned. You had 2 years to investigate them. Like they had 2 years to refer criminal proceedings on the brother or Hunter, or you did nothing. Oh, so now that they've been pardoned, what are we going to learn?
We got a lot of good sound bites out of James Comer. We got a lot of good sound bites from that oversight committee, but we say this all the time. That's all we get. Like, these hearings are great for our shows because we play these sound bites, and you've got people basically calling each other ignorant sluts, but nothing happens.
Liz, you ignorant slut.
These people get away with it all.
And this is my point. I have no trust in the Republicans. They're already talking about how to get squirrely to pass the debt ceiling and not have to do spending reforms. Every time they get in there, they don't follow through on their campaign promises. There's nothing that anybody's proposing that's going to have any sort of meaningful impact on inflation. I mean, Mike Lee, a couple of the few guys that actually are decent people in there, Mike Lee, Rand Paul, they came up with the equation. You could balance the federal budget and largely fix this if you just returned to 1998 spending levels adjusted for inflation. So say whatever we were doing in 1998, let's adjust that for inflation.
I was wearing baggy clothes and trying to see boobs.
And you could balance the federal budget. But we don't want to do that because the Republicans are in the legalized vote buying business the same way the Democrats are. So I have no trust with the Republicans. I think Trump is fine, but I don't think he's wed to any sort of reforming, especially on entitlements or whatever. So
what about overall optimism? And then we can move on to other things here. But I want to know if Rob Kendall is optimistic about the direction this country is headed in terms of the promises that Donald Trump has made and even some of the executive orders that he's already signed. Are you optimistic?
I think we will be back to slow walking ourselves to the end rather than sprinting. I think the border will be much better. I think the Middle East and the foreign policy stuff I think it'll be like the first presidency. I think you'll have some stability in terms of those sorts of things. But the issue, which is killing the pocketbooks of regular people that are hearing our voices right now, is that they can't keep up with the rising prices. They can't keep up with inflation. And Trump and the Republicans have offered nothing that shows me. And look, drill baby drill is not going to fix that. Inflation is way more than just energy
I love
prices.
drill baby drill, though.
Fine.
That sounds
It's
so great.
It's good for them. It's fine public
Energy
policy.
production.
You don't think that will lower gas prices in the United States?
But that's not inflation. Inflation is about so much more than just that. Oil.
I'm talking about the effect for the average Joe six-pack that's listening to us right now. Like, what's going to affect them the most?
Maybe a little bit, but gas right now is $2.95. I mean, we want to picture gas being 99 cents throughout Trump's presidency. It wasn't. There were times it was over $3. Now, did Trump see the $5 or whatever it was under Biden? No. But we just got to.
And he didn't drain the reserve.
Well, right. He will manage the government better than Biden did. But a walking piece of feces would manage the government better than Biden did, right? I mean,
that's what we just voted out, I believe, actually.
And everybody wants. What I am amazed, though, and maybe you guys can help me with this, because you guys are I think pragmatic, independent thinkers, is how enraged people get. Like I see this on the YouTube chat all the time, how enraged people get when you point out these obvious things. They're like, how dare you attack Trump? I'm not attacking Trump. I'm pointing out that I want to hold my elected officials accountable, whether it's Trump or Johnson or Jim Baird or Todd Young or whoever. Why does that make me a bad person?
If you're a student and you're taking a test, there are probably multiple subjects on that test, right? If you're taking a history test, you got to get names right, dates right, things like that. If you're looking at the presidential test, the checklist, all right, the military, the border, prices, inflation, all these types of things you can go down and put a check mark by, but not everything is going to be as good as maybe something else.
It doesn't make you a hater. I want him to succeed. I want him to do well. Where he does well, we're going to say great. But my goodness, when we get in this team sport stuff, rather than the team is actually us, the American people, against the politicians. That's the actual team sport, not Republican or Democrat or Trump or everybody else. It's us versus them. Us. The
Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell will team up together to screw you if it meant they stay in power.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Going off the rails with Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. All right, so let's bring it a little closer to home. Mike Braun was inaugurated a couple weeks ago. We are early into Governor Braun's run. First couple executive orders got rid of the DEI stuff in the state of Indiana. I think it was yesterday, maybe it was the day before, where there was a group of executive orders that focused on health care and some of the suspicious charges you get. What are you seeing right now in the early stages of Governor Braun's run?
Well, I had a conversation a couple weeks ago with a very high-ranking Republican in the person in the Republican Party.
Mitt Romney.
It was not Mitt Romney. And I want to name this person because they would be tarred and feathered for associating with me. But what I asked this person, I said, so the state was so poorly run under Holcomb, and I get the Republicans lie, and oh, gosh, it was great. Everybody with the firing synapse in their brain knows how inefficient the state government was run. Everybody there knows how inefficient it was run. And I said, like, why did they let this go? Why was this allowed to happen? This person said, the people in charge of New Holcomb was stupid and had no idea what was going on and would just do whatever they said. Holcomb wanted to be governor. He wanted the title of governor. He wanted to go to foreign countries. He wanted to go to ribbon cuttings. Look at what most of his time was spent as. It was some sort of look at me headline in a foreign land or with many times a foreign company coming to this state. The nuts and bolts of governing he had no interest in whatsoever. And so there's a lot of mess to be cleaned up. Look, Braun's proposing something like $700 million, 5% across the board on average, cuts in his upcoming budget. That's all just waste and inefficiency and abuse. He's not doing anything special. He doesn't even know where the bathrooms are yet, and he's finding these things.
Right.
One of the things Braun will do very well is he is going to find, it'll probably be a couple $1 billion over the 4 years he's in there, of waste and inefficiencies in the state government.
All right, got to take a break here, but when we come back, I want to find out what you're hearing about property taxes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you've got a source when it comes to property taxes. And we'll find out what's going on at the Indiana General Assembly. Place your bets. Are we going to get screwed or not? We're going off the rails. Rob Kendall's coming right back. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
The holidays are over, and the new year is here, making it the perfect time to think about the future. More specifically, it's the perfect time to think about your financial future. Right now, Howard Bailey Financial is offering a free retirement toolkit, a comprehensive guide designed to help you plan, save, and jumpstart the retirement you deserve. To get your free copy today, text FUTURE to 888-262-1104 and download your free retirement toolkit. Start 2025 off with a gift to yourself, filled with all the tools you need to plan for a positive and purpose-filled future. Just text FUTURE to 888-262-1104 to start planning today. Make this new year your year to invest in yourself and secure a brighter tomorrow, starting today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
No place I'd rather be on National Pie Day than Wilson Farm Market up in Arcadia. It's about 20 minutes north of Carmel, right there off 31 North. You can't miss it. 40 years in the business. It's a family of generational farmers. And at the bakery has breads, donuts, fudge pies, cookies, and more. It smells amazing in there. And, of course, all the pies you could think of for National Pie Day.
You name the flavor, they've got the pie. Wilson Farm Market. Stop by the store, the Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. Awesome fried chicken, just the best deli meat. But these pies, on National Pie Day, are you kidding me? Pineapple upside down pie, pumpkin pie, apple pie, Bavarian cream pie. It's all right there. Do yourself a favor. Stop by and support these guys. They do a lot of stuff for the community. They donated to the Radiothon last year. WilsonFarmMarket.com, or stop by the store in Arcadia. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been a local, family-owned and operated business for nearly 50 years and helps keep Central Indiana's economy strong by employing over 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis stands by their products and services while they share and embrace our conservative values. So when you have garage door problems, call them today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis, 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
Don't miss out on Hammer and Nigel Tequila by Hiatus. Pick up your unique bottle at any Ale Emporium location near you, Fishers, Castleton, or in Greenwood.
smooth, flavorful, crafted for those who appreciate the finer things in life. Hiatus doesn't mess around, and we wouldn't put our names on anything that we didn't like. Hammer and Nigel Tequila by Hiatus, available exclusively at any Ale Emporium location.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
Your local Staples store has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
B is offering 1 bath remodel for as low as $99 a month or get 2 bath remodels for as low as $249 a month. Call now to schedule that free in-home design consultation.
You want to listen all day to WIBC, but you don't always have time. Don't worry. There's a podcast for that. The WIBC Mashup. Daily highlights from your favorite hosts, Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Matt Bear has a look at the roads.
Yeah, Hammer, I know it crashes there. I just can't see it yet. It's north side, westbound 465 between Michigan Road and 865 right now. We do have stop-and-go traffic back to Michigan Road and scanner chatter about a crash being there. On the south side, crash southbound 65 before Edgewood Avenue. That's between 465 and Southport Road. The right lane is closed, stopping traffic back to South Keystone Avenue. It's also slowed down the exit from eastbound 465 to southbound 65. That's stop-and-go traffic past 31. Inbound 65, slow from the White River Bridge to Meridian Penn for a 12-minute delay. Eastbound 70, stop traffic Tibbs Avenue into the South Split for a 19-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Transform your bathroom with Dream Baths by B. New tub or shower conversions can be installed in as little as 1 day, and a financing as low as $99 a month. Visit bwindow.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
28 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
Back with Rob Kendall from the #1 rated midday show in Indianapolis, the Kendall and Casey Show.
We're all #1.
And property tax has been a big issue. Honestly, you are the one that I think got this thing rolling. You are the face of property tax reform in the state of Indiana. You've been badgering Micah Beckwith. You've been going after Mike Braun for it. Now they've got the power. The General Assembly is underway. What are you hearing?
So Travis Holdman, who is the author of Senate Bill 1, which is the Braun property tax bill, has this teletown hall with the AARP. And we've said from the beginning, these lawmakers are doing this begrudgingly. They don't want to pass this bill. They're going kicking and screaming. They want it to fail, which is why you've seen no public plan on
Why do they want it to fail?
Because they don't want to deal with the angry red-shirted teachers, the township trustees, the goofy mayors. They don't want to deal with this. They are fine with your home being their personal piggy bank. Why? Because these guys are getting $70,000 a year as a part-time job. That's their spending income. You think a $500 property tax increase hurts them? No, of course not.
No.
And their power structure comes from these local government people. So part of what you're seeing is you've seen no concrete plan on how we're going to sell this, right? There's no, hey, the hearing is 2 weeks from today. You got to take off work. You got to get there. They're not telling us. They're not telling you. That's, you look at like the abortion bill, the constitutional carry bill. Think about how they plan that. Here's when the hearing is. Guy Relford, get your people here. Here's when the abortion hearing is. Right to life, get your people here. They know that I can put 1,000 people in there in support of their bill. You're not hearing anything about it. And so Travis Holdman, who's the author of the bill, he goes to this AARP town hall. Keep in mind, he's the author of the bill. And he starts talking about like kind of problems he has with the bill.
With
He
his
wrote
bill.
the bill.
His bill.
They don't want it to pass. They're doing it begrudgingly. He wrote the bill and he starts talking about problems he has with the bill. And they keep going with this bull crap. Well, I'm very concerned the police might get fired or firemen might get fired.
This is like when Charles Barkley said he was misquoted in his autobiography.
And the reality is, so I had a township trustee did the math. They have access to these numbers. You guys want to take a guess on how much money townships, just township governments, who do nothing, by the way, they have no actual purpose anymore other than administer poor relief. Want to take a guess on how much money is in reserves, in the savings for township governments in the state of Indiana?
No idea.
$774 million.
Woo!
Township governments who do nothing. They have no purpose that couldn't be done by another agency of government, are sitting on $774 million in savings. And this guy, who authored the bill, by the way, is apparently so stupid that he thinks that if we do meaningful property tax reform to help old people and fixed income people stay in their homes, that somehow, police and deputy sheriffs are going to be fired? Get out of here. They don't want this to pass.
And I think you caught the same thing that I caught in Braun's inauguration speech. At one point, and maybe I'm overthinking this, Nige, but we talked about this on the show. He says, we're going to give property tax reform one good shot.
That's right.
The word one stood out to me. So am I overthinking this, Rob, or does...
And if it didn't work out, then on to the next bill.
Right,
One
right.
shot Johnny.
It is, and I think Braun went kicking and screaming with this. Now, to his credit, he's held up his end of the bargain so far.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
But it doesn't really matter if it doesn't pass. Like, it doesn't. Braun is the sitting governor. Of the party that has supermajorities. If it doesn't get passed, it's because, I don't want to say it's because he didn't want it to, but look, Senate Bill 1.
Could he be pressuring these dudes a little more?
Sure he could. Now, he's got a lot going on right now, so we're not going to condemn him until something doesn't work. But it's really concerning that you got the author of the bill putting these bullcrap excuses out there about, well, we're very concerned. They're talking about how to balance the revenue. No. The revenue is the problem. When you have $774 million just sitting there collecting dust, the overtaxation is the problem. We don't need a balancing act. These local governments need less money because they're wasting it.
20 seconds left. If this thing doesn't pass, or a really crappy version of it does, what happens next? Do people need to get primaried? Like, what do we do?
My friendship with Mike Braun is over.
Oh. Wow.
We got a podcast out. The Degenerates Next Door, brought to you by StatFactory.io. AFC Championship game, NFC Championship game, and some shenanigans. Anywhere you get your podcast. He's off the rails. That's Rob Kendall. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. If your garage floor looks bad with stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your entire garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job or chipping paint makes your garage or basement look worse. With one quick call to 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, I can save you $1,000 on a new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor during our winter sale. A Comer & Cross concrete floor coating is the gold standard. Guaranteed. A Comer & Cross garage floor won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. What's the Comer & Cross difference? We make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. In one day, you will love your gleaming new Comer